streaming, right? If it's not working, then they just close it.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, hello and welcome to Runtime Initiative. You might not be able to see any of us. Because our oh yeah.
I'm good. I'm here.
Erica doesn't want to be in frame. That's all right.
If I go much further, I'm going to be looking up for Caleb. So, I'm definitely at the leftmost edge.
I'll just start writing notes over here. I'll
just
be like,
Suddenly Zeke
I'll just bring up stat blocks that aren't right and like stick them over here, and you can just be like, "It's weak to fire," and just like the fire.
I like my hand on fire and punch it. You take fire damage.
And the wall doesn't take damage.
No.
Impossible. It says in your notes you're cheating.
How can fire hurt stone?
Rock and stone.
I like that he almost killed them both right there. He's like, how can this possibly destroy rock? Holding a candle, its arm is just like, dude, you did. Like, what are you doing?
Alright, so tonight we're going to play some Mihraen. Last week, all of us had equal amounts of fun and did equal amounts of things.
Equal amounts of fun is true.
Yes. Fun was had.
It's not all of it in character.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, arguably, the
Kevin
people
had
that
more
talked
fun
less
than Rhys.
probably had more fun.
They did play baseball.
Rhys was playing baseball and cornhole. The other group was like inside having a PTA meeting, except without the T. It's just parents.
And convincing.
Good old
and
Pa.
really not too many dads, just moms.
The Pa meter.
Just the MA.
The MA. Anyway, what happened last time? What did we find out?
The Serche Art new guy that is definitely for sure Lily's dad and not Lily's dad.
Hodrick
is still vibing with the Hearers.
And he got promotion.
He did get a promotion.
To Nero Soul or something.
I don't know about y'all, but I fully think that he is just very smart, and I don't think he's actually a cult member.
Hard to say.
But he's wearing the robes.
I think he recognized power vacuum and decided that he would be the vacuum. Suck up the power. there was a much better, more eloquent way to do that, and I couldn't think
I
of
don't know what
it.
the reverse of a vacuum is called.
A blower.
Yeah.
He's like in charge, and also he's like, yeah,
There's so
sure.
many great insults to just...
Yeah. He's in charge.
He's in charge. He's trying to give a speech to calm people down. He also was totally fine with sending his daughter to be possessed by a creepy skeleton doll thing.
That's a burning chip. This way.
People are kind of like 50-50 shot whether people have snapped out or not. Ish, maybe.
People who did snap out lost a memory. Sheriff is still cool.
But they all trauma bonded.
True.
That one person that Jordan told to run back here beat us back here.
He did.
With a stone.
So brutal.
That was very important.
We could have beaten
But you didn't.
him. Good point.
So they hugged a bunch of people and cried in front of a bunch of people and...
Got taken out back to the shed.
Put out,
Bye.
put out to pasture by Glessing.
back near the pea barrel.
Out by the pea barrel.
I told you don't tell her what's in the barrel!
We all know. We can smell.
It doesn't matter what was supposed to be in there.
Drent extorted sort of his armor out of...
I gave him a discount on the
Made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
That is true.
Drent has armor. And does not have furs.
And it doesn't smell like pee,
But
supposedly.
it has a bunch of gold now. Which is
True.
exciting.
Very exciting.
Oh.
We told him where the sword is. Or the rest of the blade singer.
Mm-hmm.
So he might die.
Yeah, I warned him. Wasn't him. Someone was dangerous.
He'll figure it out though.
Or he won't.
Right. I don't know that it. Yeah.
I throw a mean slider.
That is true.
The doll remains unbreakable,
Yep.
Oh,
despite
Baseball
many high-speed
shenanigans.
collisions with decently sized rocks.
Doll is not having a good time.
Maybe it is. It's a game.
Jordan gave us a thorough rundown of how he feels about
Every rule of
wage
baseball.
caps
Yeah.
for baseball,
Yep.
especially as it pertains to
Yep.
Mihraen and.
Just go ahead and watch the last session.
Yep, it's in there.
The complete lack of time, starting here, going through here is just really amusing to me. It's just like, oh yeah, starting in the middle, and then maybe the end,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then over here. It's good. Oh, Lily's sleeping in Tully's house
Mm-hmm.
for now.
Tully's sleeping forever by the pea barrel.
Yep.
Tully, it's fine.
Oh yeah, and Glessig was like, if you're gonna break the law, don't tell me about it. That happened like
And then
twice.
Tully broke the law and she was like, can't tell me it if you're dead. I didn't hear it from anybody alive, that's for sure.
Yeah, Tully had story time in her house where she didn't say that she killed someone, but
Loki was
Yeah.
inciting a
Some-
riot.
Some
And
people,
she didn't not say not to stab a whole bunch of people in town.
and she also didn't say that people were
Love.
incapacitated in her presence, and she may or may not have something to do with it.
Hey, look, I've heard plenty of convicted felons say the same thing. Okay.
she had story time. Distinctly did not tell people that she had a small child at her house that, probably should be back with
That
her
is
parents,
true.
but shouldn't.
She did not mention that
That is true.
Lily.
Yeah. I think that
That
was
was
the
a
one.
great-
Allegedly.
We kept
Yeah.
one secret for ourselves.
There was one.
A critical secret.
Yeah, there was Tully's having a rough time. Tully's having a rough time, but it's good.
We
It's good.
devised a very
What?
simple and uncomplicated color.
Without looking at any notes, what is it?
No, it is green is go to Bantor, red is run to us because bad things are happening, and blue is green
Is red.
Red is bad thing.
You're so
blue is
confident.
bad. Blue is bad. Red is run to the thieves' hideout. Blue
No,
is bad.
blue is
You would think-
Bantor.
No
Green
shot.
is go to the hideout, and red is oh shit.
This is
Now
my
explain.
end game.
You're right. Green is
It would make
Bantor.
sense if red was the
Red
bad one.
is
You would think.
hideout. Blue is.
Confusion to our enemies.
They'll never
never get it. This is
And
my
our ally.
in character.
Just everyone, really.
No one can predict our actions if even we can't.
Reese
If
and
the
Jordan
five of us
are
go to
holding
different
the
places,
same
they
piece
can't
of-
find all of us.
Yugi did it to beat Pegasus. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Amazing.
I just need to hope that this face down card doesn't let me die.
But the mom friends are with Tully. We got 12 moms.
Mhm.
12 whole moms,
It
I
doesn't.
think.
Some of them might be half.
Why did you specify whole?
Whole, yeah.
How many half moms did
Well,
you
they
want?
have- some of them are missing ears.
You're getting really
Oh,
excited
yeah.
about using this blade. I don't know.
I mean, between. No.
Ah.
I'm sorry. Did Tully want to claim the power vacuum?
Of the doll?
Yeah. I mean, you're getting. It sounds like you're getting excited to cut people up.
Oh, well,
snap.
maybe. We'll see.
Start a riot to overtake this other cult.
Piercing damage, not slashing. Critical difference.
Critical roll.
Don't draw that comparison.
Don't die. We still need you.
Okay, so the mayor's not super thrilled with the hearers. The captain of the guard guys seems on board, and then
He's always been a
Lucille's
butcher, though.
not super happy looking.
Who?
Lucille.
Lucille.
No one had eyes on her.
But the sheriff said she didn't look convinced.
Sheriff. Well, yeah. I mean, what you said is about on point.
Lucille's a possible maybe could be talked into. Maybe not.
Lucille will certainly lead to an interesting encounter for Trent
I'm
at
excited.
the Finnick Manor.
Yay.
Yay.
And I'm going to talk to Common.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I am not possessed.
That is true.
Did you roll your
You're a
dice
dirty
or
liar, but that is
I
true.
am not. I'm not possessed.
I definitely can't be affected by this.
I can't be. I'm fine.
Definitely.
Definitely won't have to roll for this.
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean? That's a great one.
That is a good one.
Do you remember how much money you got for the Kadev pelt?
Not enough, I think.
It was
Not enough.
it was 75 after.
Tax.
I erased all the math after.
That's fine. That's fine. I remember it close enough. I just wanted to.
Who's Gunderson? What do I Eric Gunderson? Is that T-boy?
Oh, he's no. He's I think one of the Sergier? No, Eric. No. He was the guard
The
boy.
pelt was about 110
guard droid
gold.
boy that I hugged.
Mm-hmm.
Second one that I
Yeah,
hugged.
pelt was 110, but you sold it for
Let's go back.
90.
Oh, Gandison.
Can't-
95?
Can't-
90?
Thank you.
I thought I sold it for 110, but I took some off.
The
for...
pelt value was 110, but you sold it to him for either 90 or 95.
No, I think you only got.
I think the difference was what I still owed on the chest piece,
Yeah.
and that I think it was worth more than 110.
I think you
Or,
got
no.
90.
That sounds right.
I think you got 90. Yeah, and that was less the 35.
And why are you waking me up or dragging me from my home this late at night?
Yeah. Oh, but then you also gave him the information about where the
Oh yeah. That was
stone singer.
You know, I think it was 75, and there was like another 20 gold for that. So all total, it was 95.
Yeah. I think it was.
Or
I think it was 90.
I remember a 9.
I don't know. Did you write down how much you got at the end?
I did not, but I did write down how much I have now.
That's fine. That's fine. I was
Which
just
is how much?
I was literally just trying to
120
remember
gold.
like how much did the
95.
did the
You got
actual Kadev pelt like.
I also turned some of it into the silver, but yeah.
Because you got to figure out market value based off of.
Yeah, you know,
pelts. Yeah.
the market that I'm making up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that I have
That's already
intricate
established.
Yeah.
arithmetic for, based on the entire population of Bantor that we've already discussed. I have.
Gotta figure out how much raw gold they have in the stores in Corette, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
What is the
Wait, you
gold
think
standard?
Corrette's currency is gold backed? Wow,
good
you
point.
really have not
Electro-
It's
been.
literally called
Yeah.
Corette. What else would it be?
Not gold backed.
Diamond.
So hold debate.
It's diamond back.
Carrots.
Rhys kills everyone in the party.
How are you gonna see Common then?
Common's not in the party.
Good point.
Yeah, but man, he's not gonna be happy to talk to you after that.
He's not gonna know, and then he's gonna die too after we talk.
Reese is the villain
I'll
now.
take
Yep.
that 1v1.
I do have the backpack for it.
You could just kind of keep going with the theme that was presented at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know, big guy with carrying around the doll.
Big
Yeah, all right,
guy
I
with
can
a
do
little dog.
that. Cool. Did you, Kevin? Did you get a chance to use the inspiration last
I
session?
did not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you keep that then.
Okay.
Can I rewind to when we were playing baseball real quick? For a second. Hey, if you're gonna go talk to Common later, I don't know. I don't know if this is strictly legal, but
I'm totally fine with it.
Seems reasonable in character.
Yeah.
Can you ask if he's got any books or schematics about radios or passing signals a long distance? Been trying to figure that out for a while.
What?
So it's like there's these things where like I could make a small box and we could potentially talk to each other over great distances thanks to like the electricity that you guys have in rocks here, which is insane.
Like a cheese grater.
Yes,
Make a box, great distances.
exactly.
Who are you talking to?
Huh? Okay, the cat. And ask him what the heck up with the envelope, man.
Man.
I think that's all I had for him. The radios, though, I
Also,
needed.
maybe thanks for saving our lives.
Also that. That was the big.
Who are you talking to?
All right.
Who would he already invented it.
All right. And that's all I got.
No.
No.
No, I will not.
I won't do it.
Leaves.
So I
I'm
believe.
confident I'll forget by the time I get there.
So I believe where we left off was so it's late on the night of the 16th,
Of
the 16th day of the campaign, and Tully narrowly escaped being executed by Sheriff Blessig.
It's fine.
Close call.
Did escape?
Gun
We're
jammed.
best freaking friends, okay?
She just
So
had a little bit of
we're
foam at the mouth, you know. But turns out that she was just brushing her teeth.
Glorious hit points. Ready to go.
One bullet each.
Sorry, this is a gun of coup de grace.
She's just got a Desert Eagle.
Unfortunately, this is a gun of 60 damage.
Actually, I ported it in from 3.5, where
And it's like damage.
where
No
instant
higher,
kill.
no
Yeah.
lower.
It's like
Exactly.
damage.
60. It's only
I mean,
plus
you
3, but
feel it in the head,
it's-
so it hurts your brain.
Yeah.
You just finished talking to Glessig, and the rest of the friars are still in your home, discussing ways to sort of keep people safe and what they can do to kind of form some kind of countermeasure against what's going on, what the Nurkasol Fennec is up to regarding the hearers of the word. You're able to convince them all with your tales from the last few days. And as you go back into the house, Rhys arrives. Right? You.
No, I went to
We
Commons.
went to common.
Oh, I thought you had said that you were.
No, whenever we split up, which is before he went to find Armor Guy, which means that some amount of time passed because after traversing the town, he eventually found Tully. I went to Common right off the bat whenever we split up.
Okay, I could have swore that because I was like, it'd be nice to just start a comic, but I could have swore that you guys had.
Well,
said that you were meeting
Blessig
at
was
purpose.
like, Tully, you should talk to Common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was like, I'll wait for people to come to me.
It's alright, I'll spend the first 30 minutes talking about radio books, and then we can talk about the more important things when you get there.
Oh no, I am not going.
Oh.
Y'all come to me. Tully is vibing.
All right, so Tully, you can go back in and finish up the meeting with the friars, but so we'll go to Rhys as he. So you're on your own right now? Okay.
The one pit stop that I would make is by my apartment. I don't know if it makes sense that I would like hit that up before going to Commons or after, but
It's on the way.
Perfect.
Oh man, it's on the way if you want it to be.
okay. I have a few things that I'm going to swap out from my inventory and my chest that I keep in my apartment. So I now have a ranged weapon, which will be good. Because now I'm planning on leaving town
Yeah.
in general.
Sure.
So I swing by my place, grab some stuff, and then head over to Commons.
All right. Yeah, and you do see that you see the bindings from
Last
where you
resolution.
had
Dalen.
Dalen in your apartment, sort of laying on the floor, but nothing else seems to be disturbed as you get up there. So you're able to, find everything and take what you need and make your way over to Colin's house. At this point, it's dark, and people have started things are starting to quiet down. You notice a little bit of foot traffic, especially coming from the center of town. But and you do notice a few folks in the colored robes of the hearers of the word. As everyone looks like they're just not in big groups or anything, but
I still have the fragment, right? I didn't leave that with you. I don't think. No.
No, you
I
definitely did
still
not
have
give me
it.
the fragment. I did not take it. If you did.
I just got 3 random
Yeah, 'cause
people
the
on the
plan
way.
was him going into town to potentially
Cut.
cut
Hodrick.
Hodrick.
Honey boy.
So please don't cut through random people.
Do it anyway.
But yeah, if you, as you pass them, you're able to make your way over to the storefront and home of Common.
Common's uncommonly good goods. I don't know if that's the store name, but it is now.
It's canon. I heard him typing.
It was.
There's a cannon? Oh, I would like to buy that, please.
One cannon, thank you.
I
There's
mean,
no cannonballs.
That's just that's for me to travel long distances at great speed.
I mean, is there a cannon? Maybe.
I
How
have-
does it work?
Jordan told me that people with cannons are incredibly good at pitching.
So true. Massive benefit.
People just have cannons for arms. Ohio is a strange place.
Hit by the pitch, take your.
Oh. Where?
Limp it in. All right. Yeah, you get to the sort of stone structure along one of the streets in the kind of marketing part of town, towards the middle, a little bit off the main road there that cuts from the south gate into the center part of the city. A little bit off of that, but you're able to make your way to Common's store. What'd you call it?
Common's uncommonly good goods.
Yeah. Common's uncommonly good goods. I'm here for it.
So
In another life, I was into marketing.
There we go.
When you get there, you notice the storefront is dark, but you think you notice as you kind of pass the side, because your house is on the eastern side of town, and so you kind of pass along the back as you walk over to it. You think you see some light on inside, the steady light of an electrical bulb.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm just traveling casually because, a 7.5 foot tall person trying to be sneaky seems like it'd be more conspicuous than not. So, so we're just flying
here.
casual. I do.
Yeah.
I live here. This is my home. I just stopped by my house where I briefly had a prisoner. But
How many people could know that?
It's
Like,
true.
yeah,
No, like one
I
maybe.
gave him cinnamon rolls. He's fine.
But yeah, no, I'll just.
This is all
I'll
just
knock
making
on the
me
front door.
really concerned with what you think crime is.
What it is, or
Not
isn't.
giving somebody cinnamon rolls when they're put in that situation. That's why.
That's a crime.
The real question is, would I be locked up for a couple days for a cinnamon roll? Maybe.
crime punishable by more cinnamon rolls.
It's fine. I'm the deputy. It's fine.
Again,
We have
though.
discussed that the legal system in
It's a
Corette's
little-
pretty loose. So
It's a little
she's
fluffy.
got a badge. It's really up to her.
Right.
Put your cinnamon rolls where your mouth is.
Put your
'Cause
mouth
that's
where
the
my
only
gun
way to
is.
eat them. Yeah, put your mouth where my gun is and eat the cinnamon roll.
Tony's gone from lawful
You've
good to
tried my
chaotic good
cinnamon-
in just a couple days.
No, it's-
guys.
You've tried my cinnamon buns,
I think
but
it's
have you
still
tried my
lawful.
cinnamon guns?
I think you're holding on to the law portion
Yes,
of
the
it.
law.
I have the law.
I think it's the
You
good
can be
portion that
lawful
might
evil.
be.
You can be lawful evil.
Might make straight.
Thoroughly, yeah.
Nice.
All right, so at Common's uncommonly good goods.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
Sure.
Where the lights on.
Workshop to the time.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit. You end up having to knock again before you hear a little bit of a clattering from inside. Give me a perception check.
17.
17. Yeah, you hear quite a bit of sort of like locks and clasps sort of changing. It sounds like toggling on and off before you hear an interior door open and shut, and then the front door of Common's shop opens, and
Oh, I definitely knocked on his house because I thought that's where the light was. But I guess wherever
it
I
sort
think
of
the
like
light
goes.
is on.
He sort of enters from his store and just stays in the back.
Okay.
But yeah, so Colin opens up. Well, hey, you're you want to come inside?
Please.
Oh, all right. Watch your head.
Duck under the door.
He sort of like watches
It's
you go
kinda
in and
human.
like.
I think so.
Is anyone else coming?
Just me for now.
All right. And you hear him like doing a few locks as he closes the door. Head on back. You hungry? I have a little bit of stew on.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
So he takes you back and shuts the door again. Several locks. As you look, you notice a couple of them look newer than look like recent additions to the door.
I installed those locks.
So, how's everyone else?
Alive.
All
For the
right.
most part.
What's mind filling me in?
Yes. And I will give the TLDR dump of
Sure.
basically everything, leaving out Lily, or at least outside of Lily's present location. But our travels, Gerard catching up with us, there and back again to the princess's castle. Yeah, basically the whole download.
Yeah. Anything? In that case, just anything else that you want to leave out specifically?
Probably, but who knows what it is.
Do we?
No, I think like the fact that Gerard's like, hey, Common gave me this thing and sent me after you, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm pretty much given the whole dump, I think.
Sure.
Or at least of the events, not necessarily the whole possessy backstories. I'll leave that out.
That was gonna be
Yep.
was gonna be
I appreciate
one
that.
question was did you talk about sort of what you learned between Drent and Jordan, but you talked about kind of the workings of the doll that you've learned so far.
Yeah, the doll is sort of the reason behind the cult possessions, and then I'll also just kind of leave it vague that we think that there's more pieces of the blade fragment, which obviously I still have with me,
Yeah.
that we need to find to finish destroying the doll. Yeah, so the narrow version of events, I guess.
Sure. Well, I'm sure I'm happy that you all were able to make it back here in one piece. That sounds incredible. Honestly, I when I got that package, I wasn't sure what was going on, but when a little bit that I glimpsed, I figured had to get it to y'all somehow.
How did you get it?
Showed up on my doorstep. Well, the one inside the shop there. Someone came into the shop late that night, knocked, and was gone by the time I got there. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. With what it said, I figured that I'd be able to snap Gerard out of it. Gerard, he just came around. He liked you all, even while he was in the hearers. So he came around looking for Jordan there, and given what the note mentioned about that blade, I figured worth a shot. Gerard's kind of scrawny, and he seems, to be friendly enough. If I cut him and it didn't work, we could probably play it off as a misunderstanding. He'd be all right. There's plenty of sharp tools in here. But seemed to work, and after that bit of evidence, I figured, who's gonna fake all this nonsense in this envelope, right? So I figured send it with him. He knew where you all would be. So glad he was able to help.
Yeah, he saved all of us. We would probably not have any ears left.
That's a good kid.
Have you seen him in the last couple days?
Yeah, I saw him earlier today. He's keeping his head low, but seems to be doing all right. I heard he came in when you all had a scuffle out front. Yeah, there was a little bit of commotion, Leon, wanted to give him what for, but Glessig was able to talk him out of it and was able to sort of smooth things over with whatever may or may not have happened outside, which is out of her jurisdiction. She made sure to emphasize to Gerard and myself. But yeah, Gerard was able to get out of there mostly scot-free, just not necessarily in good graces of those that be.
When everyone got did you hear the voice when a few days back? I'm trying to remember exact time frame versus, or I guess that was we only heard it in proximity of possessed people, right? It wasn't just an everywhere thing. Yeah.
I think it was just the Grey Cloaks.
Okay.
You mean the like when you broke the doll?
Yeah.
And the scream happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was just you.
Okay. Okay. I was really hoping I would come away with another lead on that envelope, but if it just showed up on your doorstep, then I guess I'll need to keep looking.
Well, someone's clearly got their eyes on you all. I mean, paying close enough attention to notice when you were gone. What I mean, I suppose if you said you stormed into the house that they were holed up in at the edge of town there.
Yeah.
Just broke into the door and ran it. That's
effortlessly broke into the door.
Many are saying this.
I mean,
Anybody who says otherwise wasn't there.
Or they were mind controlled and don't know what they're talking about.
they've all lost their memories.
But, somewhere out there telling you, oh, thank God.
No, I mean, if you all were I guess like if you all busted into their house, it might not have been the most subtle thing, but it sounds like someone's keeping watch.
It just occurred to Kevin in this moment that the person who might have dropped that off could have actually just been Surin. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that information, that theory yet, but it's theoretically possible.
What did she say in the books about? Never mind. Another time.
So How long have you been back?
We just got back tonight.
Just tonight. Do you, that explains why you look so rough. I would have thought, you know, I get back home after all that, I'd probably take a nap. I mean, you have more endurance than I do. Clearly, I'm not really.
I have the endurance of a stone.
He sort of-
Literally, mechanically.
He sort of gestures around and he's like, I'm not, I guess I'm not one for leaving for many days and running off. The build's not quite suited for it, but you know, there's other things I enjoy spending my time on. Y'all just got back. Have you heard the goings on?
Trying to.
I don't
think Rhys was actually privy to any of it yet.
I don't know
So-
if
I would have caught you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
sure.
I hear that Fennec's got some big ideas now.
Yeah, Fennec is getting a little big for his britches. You know, there's a few of us that are a bit skeptical about all of them. We you know, I chatted with the mayor earlier today. Sounds like they are at least somewhat aware that maybe not everyone that was in the Hears of the Word meant to be in the Hears of the Word. It sounds like you all have sorted out yourselves, and I mean that's what I anticipated after seeing what happened to Gerard. Sort of tough to prove though. Apparently, Dalen Gonspec from the Search AR, he was backing him pretty hard, but that doesn't seem to have slowed down too much. Seemed like almost immediately after everyone started snapping to just a couple days ago, the Enercosol Fennec started making plays to step in and fill that position that was left. Even before any of us knew any of what you folks were up to down in the caves. Just seemed like real quick decisions on their part. I heard rumors that they have some device from the Spinneret, you know, the folks that deal with all the electricity around town, the folks that supply and keep the grid going as it does, that they have maybe some special technologies that the Search AR and some of the lower members like Fennec is maybe able to use to communicate quickly.
That sentence means nothing to me. No, but actually, so when when he says that, actually, that reminds me. Jordan requested that I ask you about any books that you might have on radios. This seemed like something similar to
like AM and PM, right?
AM and PM, AM and FM.
Yeah, no, I said PM.
FM.
I know, but it's PM. But PM sounds more right.
It's actually am and fum.
Yeah, he mentioned he would always talk about radios, talk about energy waves through the air, and I see what he means a bit. You know, the electricity brought in by the storm runners, you know, is able to be transmitted somehow from a central location to a number of other places, but you know, he'd get all into some of these mechanics within. Kind of lost me. We're not able to. I wasn't able to quite see where he was going with the mechanics of the workings, but I know one of the things he wanted me. He was looking at for a bit was communicating over distances. Now it seems like I don't know if what the Spinneret are using is much in the way of communicating over distances, or if it's communicating very quickly. But I did find a trick that some of the new Zir have actually been using for some time. I was looking for, you know, old bits of technology and wasn't much in there, but apparently there's a little critter called an almirage. Have this natural inclination towards sorry, the word just left my brain. Have a natural inclination towards individual relationships, and once they find a mate, they will continue to find that mate. And apparently, the New Zir have used them sort of to, you know, find two almirage mates and take them to different spots and tie a note to one, it'll go find the other. Now, it's not radio, but it's a quick way that they've been using to communicate for a while.
Interesting. Do you have a pair of those?
of mated almirages? Actually,
real
if you
problem
would
is I only
reach
have
your
one
hand into
almirage,
this
right?
top hat I have.
Oh my god! And it has a horn?
Both.
Why do you work
Ow.
in technology? This is incredible. Alright. Well. Alright, remind me, because Kevin's brain farting. Am I forgetting something very obvious to ask Common about right now?
Whatever Jordan asked you for.
Yeah, that's the,
Check and check. Almirage is the answer.
I guess like maybe. I feel like common.
Weren't you? No, I meant. Wasn't he supposed to grab your like workbench stuff?
Oh sure, yeah. If I have any supplies that I left there for like working on stuff.
To be mobile
Yeah.
on his. Jordan didn't say that today. This was the last session.
Oh, okay.
Jordan mentioned that.
Alright.
Also, like I mean, you would have told him in the story about the runes that I've been working on at some point. Does he have anything like? Does he have any kind of attachment to arcane, like ancient magic stuff, or is he pure engineer?
Science.
I mean, he I thought he had been purely mechanical, and then it was like, holy shit, we have these three things that are
Yeah, when you
science I don't
Yeah.
understand
when you,
yet.
'cause there was a few runes etched around the coin that you had, and he hadn't recognized those.
Okay, that would have been the only thing. Is like, has he figured out anything else with the runes? But no, unfortunately, if he does not know who the envelope is from, outside of helping us develop technology, I think he's probably. I guess like, and you talked about the town a little bit. That'd be the only thing.
Who knows if Camilla's awake?
That's a good one. Alright, I don't want to keep you any longer than I have to. but have you gotten any word of Canilla over at Cinders?
Camilla. Yeah, she's been awake and sounds like she's doing okay. Cinder's gotten her helping around the shop. She's been awake for a few days now.
Okay.
Last thing I'll say is, with all the talk about who may or may not have been intentionally in the hearers of the word, it sounds like from what the mayor was talking about, some frustrating arguments she was having with Leon and Hodrick, but it sounds like Hodrick is proud of the fact that, or at least claims to have never been under anyone else's control.
Just think about that.
Sounds like Dalen Gonspec is saying much of the same. I don't know, those politician types. Who knows how far you can take their word? How much they're just they just want to make sure that no one thinks that they can be controlled. Who's to say with them? But sounds like the mayor keeps getting quite an earful whenever she implies anything about it. You'd think that they would know what's good for them and say, "Oh yeah, that's what happened," and let those things lie and not have these bizarre ropes running around everywhere.
Dalen did say, I'm not there, but Dalen did say that that many within the Searchayarch do not feel as amiable to those of us who have spent time with kindest and the loved one.
Bro, he's lying.
So
Sounds like an internal communication.
I mean, he's read this.
He's lying to the public.
Well, I assume, at least in Hodrick's case, that I'll find out one way or another before I leave town again. But, thank you for your help.
He said he almost wants to reread.
Stay safe. I wish I could say the threat of the hearers is over with, but that's unfortunately just not the case yet.
No, it's understandable. And I'm happy to help however I can. I don't like the way that I didn't like the way that things were going, and I don't much like the way that things are going still. I will say, if you want any of, if you said Jordan's just outside of town, right?
Oh yes, yeah. If I could gather up some of his things, just so he could be productive on the road.
I
too.
sort of boxed him up already. I figured.
I'll let him know he's out of a job. Thank you.
Fired or killed off in Colin's mind.
Cleaned off his desk already. No, I thought he's I'll be honest. If he came back the present way the town is, I don't know that you'd all be run out. I think a lot of people here, if they find out what you did, I'm guessing a bunch of the town would try to run you out, and a bunch of the town would try to keep that from happening.
So all of Jordan's stuff is stacked into discrete piles. And like how much? 1 silver, 2 silver, 5 silver. Just like
Yes, I love
this Thursday garage sale down at Commons.
Exactly. Just please take it away.
Okay.
There's
Crazy guys. Personal effects.
Yep.
Then, yeah. If there's nothing else, then I
Makes a
won't
great
keep
gift.
them any longer.
for the
All right.
And I'll
for
head
the
out.
festival.
Cool. Yeah, I will depart Commons, and I'm gonna be in the bathroom. I will leave, literally.
I do not like this guy.
Yeah, me either. I don't like him or who it's addressed to.
Who'd
Did
you
you read
read
this yet? Yeah.
a long time ago.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
the father of your child.
Wait a minute.
Your baby daddy.
More
Yes.
accurate.
He might be your daddy. Or wait, no.
I felt like that was
Might be your father.
technically known information enough, and without giving away any of the subtleties that may occur.
Yes.
Yeah, you might as well stop streaming. It's been solid red for a while.
Oh, it's literally 0 too.
Yeah. So I guess nothing is being streamed, so you don't need to stop
He
streaming.
mentions this holy site. I wonder if it's one of the places you saw in your visions.
Agreed. I was thinking the same thing. That
Reconnection successful.
I am excited about
Yeah, now we have red with numbers.
expanding the flat Earth world, though.
Do we?
beyond the ice
Yes, we
wall.
do.
Like, we haven't been there yet.
I'm glad this is going so.
You know, we have no
poorly
reason to-
on the
we have
stream
honestly no
because,
reason to think it's not
Sunday at
flat
church.
at
We
this
also
point.
just like
Right, well,
had
it's like,
considered
no
it's
audio coming through our
absolutely-
church
there's
stream, so
stuff
I'm
out
just
there.
cursed for streams
Yeah.
this week.
Hate to see it.
There's almost something wrong Sunday morning.
Yeah, now it's something wrong Tuesday night,
Monday night.
Monday night.
What is days?
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
Oh man, it's
Yeah,
been 2 days
Why
worth
don't
of
we just
day.
kill
This is what happens when my Saturday is that much work.
He's in Bantour. There's a different
Right,
Dalen
right.
whose
Alright.
daughter got
I'm gonna
kidnapped.
stop
We should
Yes.
definitely not kill him.
Got it. This is different. Yeah. Okay.
Different.
I was making them the same person in my mind. I was like, hang on.
Molly will be
They are
very upset
they
with
are
you
spelled
if you go
differently, which
murder
makes it
him.
very easy to.
I did figure out exactly how wrong I misspelled America Soul.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
very.
close.
Yeah,
try.
no, it's a tough one.
I did apostrophe nair, apostrophe soul.
Yeah.
We got. I think that's like a phonetic spelling.
It's something.
I don't
It's
know
a
that there's that
apostrophe
many.
in there.
It's certainly a spelling.
If I'm saying America Soul, I don't know that I hear that many apostrophes in it.
That's you got to say it with the apostrophes in there.
America Soul.
Nair, soul.
Erica Soul.
Well, you said Anair. You didn't.
Anair?
You didn't.
Nair.
Nair. Yeah.
Nair.
You have to have the what is it? Glottal stop.
Right. It's got to go all the way down. Nair, soul.
Got soul.
Soul.
No, you're still contracting it. It's not a contraction.
No, there's a very
Or is it?
subtle, There's a very
I guess
subtle.
an apostrophe could be a contraction. What are the other letters that are missing from America Soul?
Now that we're gonna need the runes for. We're gonna get there.
Must consult the runes.
Yeah.
We're just sitting outside town with Jordan.
So.
You know,
We'll wait.
it didn't really. Like, we could just, like, kill the Hodrick dude, right?
We at like.
I
it's
mean,
one
like,
guy.
well, here's the deal. I
Like-
mean, like, as long as Drent doesn't know we did it, then he can't be held responsible.
True, and I think we are the only people with magic items left in this area of the world.
I mean, that seems like a bold assumption.
I like the
don't know
idea that
it's
if you didn't know what happened, no one can blame you for it.
Also,
Fine.
I
Sound
I
logic
like-
goes
Yeah.
as the deputy of the town. It's fine.
I think it's really great what you're doing for
Jag.
yeah. I was getting there.
Sitting there and he's just face up. I'm like,
Sorry, trying to spell this word in my head. I heard it last
you did like 20 minutes ago when you came out here and told us that Hodrick was the
week.
other
Right.
episode.
I've been chewing
That
on
word
that
you
for a while.
been chewing on that for a week.
I think it's really cool what you're doing for Jack. I don't know a lot of people that would drop everything the way that you did and then literally carry their friend's dead weight.
Jeez. All right.
I look at Jag and I look over at Jordan. Well, I presume that you have a family.
I do.
Wouldn't you do the same for your brother?
I didn't realize.
I mean, we're not. I don't have the same parents.
I don't.
He is my family.
Got it.
I rolled 100.
No, I definitely would. It's just you don't get to see a lot of people actually.
I said
carry
0.
it out. It's easy for me to say now.
You can't roll 100.
It's a lot harder for you.
I rolled 0.
So.
No, it's
Yeah, well,
Zero. I think it's 0 to 99.
1 to 100.
not really.
What's your-
a
what's
lot
your
of
numbers you
people
add together to get 100?
grew up caring
Zeros.
about
Zero,
me
zero,
or
zero.
my
It's 100.
No,
family,
it's 3 zeros.
adopted.
Hmm.
Ragtag.
It's
Not
Chosen.
great, not great with words.
I mean, it's either 0 or 100. However
But-
you want to decide it.
Not really anybody else looking out for us, so if we can't look out for each other, then kind of screwed.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I hope to get to know him better. And I'm sure we will find a way to.
Yeah.
So anyway, chess. It's this game. I'm really good at it.
Sounds like
Where are
there's
you
too
headed?
many rules.
Yeah. Far too many. Far too many.
That's a good question.
I'm gonna shake
I
down
will-
that same armor smith.
Is
My friend wants his armor.
Go to base. Hey, we're just waiting on an armor commission. He won't shut up about it. We've been traveling outside of town for days. He keeps mentioning it.
Stop peeing for 2 seconds.
is,
Open the door.
is Dave Fortin's place way out of the way?
You climbing that fence again?
Rematch.
He's got a score himself.
Yeah,
Your 10 weeks up.
it's about as out of the way as things get.
Don't think I forgot
Yeah.
you.
I mean, you can go there.
Just gonna punch the brick out of the
Yeah,
top.
I'm gonna. Yes, I will do that. And since it's probably already, I don't know. Nah, that's fine. I'll just walk through the town. If somebody wants to stop me, I dare them. Yeah, so I will take the most direct route to Dave Fortin's estate.
He goes through the town square where they're all meeting up to
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's disbanded. But if that's still going on, I will skirt specifically that.
As I
level
said, you
of
saw a bunch of
public
people like
gathering.
walking away from the town
Right.
in the Heroes of the Word robes, and I'm like, they're all still there.
That was only the first wave.
Oh no! Those were scouts. Oh god! Start cutting.
We were
them
just
down.
having a party.
Rager, late night Rager.
Unreal.
Oh, he'll be part of the late night rager. Yeah, you're able to make your way up to Dave Fortin's place. It's a little more tucked out of the way, but we'll have you making your way up there as we're gonna change scenes here for a bit and go back to the conversation that Zeke and Jordan were having as you are talking and looking out at the city of Corette. You see, you get a, well, I was thinking you get a bit of, what's nostalgia but
Deja vu.
deja vu. Thank you, man. My brain is really off tonight. I was gonna say you get a sense of deja vu, but neither of you do. As give me some perception rolls.
We are good. 16.
Also 16. No, I lie. 17. Yeah.
You're definitely.
What did Jordan roll?
One more.
It should have been 2, but I had to do -1.
Look,
the same thing.
16.1. It says it right there on the back.
We stand up.
I see 3.
Zeke stands up. Jordan stands up. Jordan looks over at Zeke. Jordan gets on his toes a little bit.
If you think I don't
Straightens out the
have.
spine a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotta, just stand. It's because I've been slouching ever since I get to Corette. The gravity's a
Exactly.
little
It's
heavier.
weirder here. Yeah.
I haven't
I'm
even told you
taller in
about
Ohio.
just how much heavier you are. You know?
17.
So as you both are looking at the city, you see Jordan. You recognize it as the scene, the image that was described to you almost a week ago, where as you look over the city, you see a black shape against the sky, making its way towards you, just hovering and gliding across the city.
Is it the same Do I recognize it at all?
It's hard to tell at first, as it is pressed against a mostly dark sky. There's not a whole lot of light coming out of the city, so it's mostly just lit by the stars and the moons overhead. As it approaches you, do you do anything as you see it coming? It looks to be a roughly humanoid shape or size, but it doesn't look like a figure.
We gotta hide.
And I see it.
Yeah.
What? Where?
There's some
There's a tree.
there's enough like sort of brush. I think you guys are a little bit off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you guys were like going into a tree line somewhere, basically just in there.
Even if it's just a pocket.
Just do one of these, like,
What?
and then like fake the other way.
But
Jugo.
I mean, okay, but why?
I mean, do you
just sling
do you
Jag
see
over
the
my
thing?
shoulder? I mean, yeah, but like, is it coming at us?
I think so. I don't know
That's
why.
awfully conceited of you. That's why.
That's true. It could be going for anybody. Yeah, I will.
Sorry, what do you do? Start walking.
I put Jag over my shoulder and walk into the
Tree
line more, I guess.
Sure.
Try and get
Try to
behind
hide
the
a little
tree.
bit.
Sure.
So like, do you always think it's about you?
Give me a stealth check.
You cannot. It doesn't matter. Nothing you do matters.
Well, I wasn't anticipating
Nothing.
doing anything all that good. 10.
1. I have gained advantage. I could use the 2. I could use the 2. I will not use the 2. I will not use the 2. I have earned advantage on my next D20 roll.
Nice job.
There we go. Yeah.
So it's not
It's
not
about the
approaching
setup.
incredibly quickly, but at sort of a run pace almost.
Just utter darkness, something is just running at you, and you're
From the
like,
sky.
it's just running. It's not even sprinting.
It's not going
okay.
that fast. It's a casual run.
It's just you
The
just see-
dude
you
running
just see
across the
sort of
field
a
and get
dark
out.
shape gliding across the sky at sort of a quick pace towards you. As you both run and go into the tree line, you don't notice it change course. It seems to be heading straight, but then as it approaches, you see it lower, and you hear kind of a clank on the Greystone Road.
Like, humanoid shape.
Give
Does
me
it see me?
Give me some. Does it see me? Give me a perception check. You can too, Zeke.
7.
20.
Close it.
Jordan, you can't tell immediately what the figure is. You see something with that is not standing on legs and has seemingly too many limbs attached to it. Zeke, you see what looks like a person sitting on top of another person sitting in a chair.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
As you both then see a person stand up, and you see a humanoid standing next to someone sitting in a chair. And they walk to the edge of the road, and you hear a voice call out, "Just come on out."
If we don't move, they don't. No way.
Jordan, just bring Jag and your friend out here.
I think I don't know what happened.
How do they know? Is this your cat?
No. I can't tell. It looks like it's an amorphous horror right now. What do you see? I feel like you might have a better angle.
You see it once she gets up.
Oh, I think you might have a better angle on it. It's an amorphous horror.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm coming out.
Why?
Well, like,
I'm
Right. If they lie. Right. Mechanically speaking. Wait till
Mechanically,
I
if
use
something bad was going to happen, I should get an insight roll.
Exactly. Bro, this
Oh,
2 is
God.
going to be so good. Alright. I will step out and face the amalgam.
The amalgam.
So
I
as
shake
you
my head and also step out. This is so stupid.
I love them
Coming
together.
out. Why?
So
as you approach, you see a tall, slender figure wearing. As you approach, you start to be able to make out some details about her. Pretty quickly, you would recognize Canilla as the one in the chair, mostly by the just mechanisms and the gleaming of the different mechanisms on the chair, and the figure next to her is the tall, slender doctor with glasses.
Oh, the one that brought
Cinder.
right back to life. Cinder.
And they dumped Holly's body at our feet.
As you approach, you
she's
start
fine.
smelling the distinctive aroma of just the various different herbs that accompany Cinder's workshop. You smell scents of bean and perilla root and raspberry flower, just sort of wafting on the breeze.
And Canilla's walking.
No.
Oh,
Canilla's
she-
Was in the chair.
Okay, she didn't get up from the chair.
Right.
That's when he was like, if someone gets up from the person sitting in
Yeah.
the chair, I'm like, well, that's not Canilla. Unless she's just a very convincing liar.
Okay, so Canilla and Cinder riding on
commit to
the
the bit.
elongated dude.
No.
No, Canilla.
In
Cinder
a
was
chair.
sitting
Cinder
on
is the
Canilla's
tall
lap.
lady.
Yeah.
And Canilla flew her wheelchair
She's
to
the
us.
Cinder. Cinder's a
Snitched.
Cinder's a high elf.
Yep. The chair looked like a person then. Or it looked like
No.
the chair was sitting on a person.
No.
Someone sitting on a person on a chair.
Yeah.
Someone sitting on a person on a chair.
Oh. You can understand my confusion of seeing this person with a chair on their back. It's just like, what is this?
Got the perception check, did not comprehend.
I've
I was
heard,
trying to
I've heard
imagine,
about.
it's dark, you see a figure, and it's like a person on a chair. It's like, what does that look like? Man, it looks bizarre.
Yeah. You've heard of someone with a cannon for an arm.
So-
Have you heard of someone with a chair back for a back? All they can do is sit
So
up
it's
straight.
just a chair with her on it and Cinder next to her. Now.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, the chair is not resting on anything.
Isn't she supposed to be in jail? Did I miss that?
Okay.
Yeah. Canilla?
No, not in jail. She was
She
in
was
the
in-
hospital.
Oh, right. Because we, yeah. Okay.
Carl
she
is
was
supposed
unconscious.
to be
Yep.
in
I
jail.
am a little
Yep,
surprised
yep,
she's not in jail, but
Eventually, jail thing might happen.
Okay. Well, we'll see
Also,
how
they
this
flew
goes.
directly to you. I did not
Says
give
the
any
deputy.
coordinates to common.
He knows. He's tracking me. We'll figure it out. I'm being tracked.
So you know these two?
Oh yeah. So kind of. Cinder I've met, and Canilla I also met.
you know these two. Well, I met that one and I met that one. So yes.
Just give her bolt, throw her back. I have something better now. I don't even need
Canilla
I
kind of
know.
like looks up at Cinder and just like looks exhausted. All right.
I
I
look.
told you I shouldn't have come. It's fine. This is a meeting. This meeting will be okay, and you'll both behave just fine.
Oh, hey, is this the chick that... Hey, I got stone tablets with a bunch of crap on them that I haven't told... Can you read this?
Oh, this is the
You're
best.
the wheelchair girl.
Really
Well, you
pigeonholed her
can't
there.
just say like that. She's right there.
That's deeply insensitive.
Fine.
Somewhere.
What? I'm Zeke, by the way.
Hi.
This is the start of an intense romance.
She looks at you and she goes, yes, I guess Zeke is your most defining quality, isn't it?
Sure.
What do you have?
What do you mean? Oh. Yeah, right. The stone tablets. It really threw me off there. I didn't get the joke. But anyways. Yeah, no. The coffin with this... I'm not explaining this whole story.
Yeah, so I'm
just not doing it. Dude,
Cinder,
this
can
coffin
you
has
just-
ancient text
can
on
you
it.
just-
Yeah.
And I heard...
It would be helpful.
They were saying that you like that kind of stuff, I guess, and I have to carry it, and I'm not... I just want to make sure that there's value in carrying this, alright? Because, like...
It's a fair
if
question.
not, I just want to pitch it. But... They have these cool bracelets. I could punch you with one of them and you see what they do.
I feel worse about myself by the minute.
Wait, I got you. Jordan, go stand next to
You-
her.
All right, cool. Well, no, the doll.
The tablet has ancient text on it.
Yeah. Well, that's what they tell me. It looks like...
How do you know that it's ancient text?
Well, because look, we know it is.
What do you mean?
Because
you
of
said
how-
you translated
I
it.
did translate some of it. I think.
You're the one that told me it was ancient.
It is ancient. Well, all I
You
know
read
is that
the
it's
notes.
it's text and it's on an old box. So like I think ancient, but it's at least text.
All right, so how about this? I got one
Let
better.
me-
I
let me
can't
see
decipher.
a piece of it.
But in the room that it was in, it was on a coffin. When we...
We don't have to-
I don't
we
wanna
don't-
explain.
we don't have to go
when
into
we
that.
killed the thing, the ghost thing that came out of the bones of the elongated girl, the room went from pink and pretty to completely, like, crypt.
So I mean, you're actually raising my stock, I think, a little bit here, which works out.
So you destroyed the... Cinder chimes in. You destroyed the corpse then?
Yep, that
How
happened.
does he know about this stuff?
Yeah, she.
Well,
This is not common,
Yeah.
which is a common mistake. But
Uncommonly made.
yeah,
Cinder's...
It's not a common mistake. Common would never make this mistake. He knows who he is.
we did destroy the corpse, I think.
Yeah, it was... Yes.
Yes.
There were bones,
Well, right,
and
but
we destroyed them.
we did destroy
You
the
used
bones.
the sword then, I presume?
Okay.
Were you the one that left the
Time out.
note?
Yeah. What? How do you know
You
about
don't
that?
know.
Yes, of
no.
course.
Alright. So, like...
Well,
I was about to say,
hold
so
on.
how did Common not know it was...
I didn't
I
want
was there.
Common to know.
I wasn't there for that. Common.
Wait, hold on.
Oh wait, yeah, no, we knew it came from Common. Okay, yeah.
No, we knew that it came from
canonically,
Colin.
we
We
knew it
didn't
came
know
from- alright.
before then.
Anyways,
Okay, yeah. Where did you get? So we did use the dagger. How did you get that, and why do you know what it is? Mechanically speaking, dagger. But
well, first of all,
Why did
you
fly
told me
out
that
here?
Canilla had it. You guys took it from Canilla, and then Common had it, and then I don't know what the timeline is fuzzy. I wasn't there.
I do want to be clear. Technically, the town took it from Canilla, and we borrowed it from the town. I just want to be clear about that.
About this
We
chain
got-
of custody.
We got the blade. I don't know how it ended up in your possession. I think that's where Jordan's confused.
Agreed.
The blade was in Common's possession.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was there.
That's
I
why I left him the note.
Got it. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm remembering it. It's been a very interesting couple of days, which is, yeah. Okay. So you left a story. Okay. But you're okay. Hang on. Also, what's going on with? We kind of know what's going on with Drent.
Can we start like one thing at a time?
Yeah.
Just to start like.
We are
It's a little too
derailing.
much for me.
How about you
Let's start with-
explain-
let's
yeah.
start with.
I thought this was the conversation I was about to have with Common. What's just going on outside?
Let's start with why
Checks
do you
out.
know so much about this blade and the things it does?
That is a long story. I've had a lot of story, and I don't know that all of the details are necessarily pertinent at this point.
I'll decide what's pertinent.
Is this Canilla?
Sorry,
No,
Cinder.
Cinder.
Cinder. I have
With S.
I've been around for maybe longer than it might seem. You see, I tended to be a little shorter and stouter than most of those of my kind, but so I was able to pass for, well, a high elf.
So
Okay, hang on. Yep.
So like the corpse of Rhea. I assume it was Rhea. The long people.
Rhea,
You're
sweet.
a short, long person.
Short.
What do you guys call yourselves? 'Cause
Starring
that's-
role in the Temple of Doom.
What do you guys? What race would you be then? Because short, long person feels both demeaning and incorrect.
But not inaccurate, maybe.
From the 10 minutes that I've known you, I already don't feel offended with it.
That's good. We're gonna get places if you're already like used to this.
There's, I've suffered through worse.
Yeah, me too.
My patience has learned to suffer through much. We're called Dal, as you might know us. D-A-L.
D, just 3 letters?
Yep,
Is that doll?
Dal.
Okay.
Dark Arts Legion. I knew it. They're all evil.
There's a lot to that. I don't know that we have time for a whole history lesson out here. I thought we might be able to discuss things under better circumstances, but it seems that Hodrick is intent on running away with things, left with whatever vacuum you caused with what I can only assume is the severing of Sweet from those that she was possessing.
Yeah, we hit her with the blade, but evidently, Rhys hit her with the blade, and then did you tell us about how you heard the screams? I don't remember if you told us.
I thought we all heard the scream.
Just you.
It
No,
was just me.
you when you cut it.
Oh.
Kept that nugget to himself.
Whoops.
But
I think it came up.
You
I
probably would have
think
said
I
that
mentioned it,
because of the
yeah.
aspect of how would we have assumed people were set free if.
Yeah.
Well, shit. You just severed. Yeah, Rhys told us he hit the doll, so Sweet, with the blade fragment, and heard the screaming of thousands, which sounded pretty messed up. But I mean, you've seen the result. Why are there still people like this Hodrick? We saw some of them in the camp too, who are still devoted to this cult. What's wrong with Jag?
She crouches down and just like takes his face, and he's still kind of muttering. Takes his face and looks at him. Takes off her glasses. Just like gets really close to him. I think he's still in there. But whatever was keeping him moving. What I can only assume was keeping all of those that have gotten to this stage of Ray's capture has been cut. And there's, from what I can tell, like worker bees trying to find their queen.
Yeah, we had like 6 of them come and attack us.
The doll on my back.
Just the other day.
Yes,
today,
I
earlier.
assume is
Wee hours
is the
ago.
doll still me? The doll is with you guys, right?
Yeah, I have it on my back.
Wrapped up.
Yeah. I imagine she still has some amount of call to them, but whatever the blade was able to do seems to have crippled her significantly.
So Rhea was part of your race, doll. But is Sweet a part of it too, or is she a separate?
They're, from what I understand, one and the same. I've grown to speak Common fairly well over my lifetime, but our language tended to get to the heart of meaning rather than the individual constructions that Common tends to prefer. But from what I understand, they're one and the same. She had a number of followers, some closer to her than others. But she always seemed to love this doll that she kept with her most of all. She seemed more fond of it than the people that she would, or than the people that she would take control of, regardless of how many followers she had. She kept that thing with her. Hence her fondness for putting the rest of her essence into it.
You've been here all this time. Who wiped out? What happened? So, she was buried in an ancient crypt in the princess's castle. Kindness found her. That has to have been, what, thousands of years? What happened to all your people? This is tough.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a
I was curious about the same thing. I'm glad you asked.
But you asked.
there's a
That's a good question.
there's an oppressive force, you might say. The same ability that lets Canilla fly once again. Thank you for the return of the feather. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
Well, I think Jag had it, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I just grab his head. Oh, it looks like he says, yeah, it was on purpose, I guess.
it came through. Seems like took a bit of a journey, but came back to her all the same, and she appreciates the ability to get around again. But the same ability that grants that allows Sweet to take control of individuals the way that she does, and the ones that you all seem to lack is because of this. You may call it magic or soul. The way we used to pronounce it was Drela. Dreigla. Drela.
he also said soul or spirit.
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 Charisma.
Wisdom.
Fire.
It puts a bit of ourselves external to us, which in general is good and useful, but seems to, in some cases, make us vulnerable to certain effects.
What?
And so, there's an oppressive force, you might say. One that, for many, meant eventual death. Some chose. She just looks at the doll on your back. Some chose other ways of hiding themselves away.
Is that force the binder?
I'd rather not
She hates him too.
talk about it.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
That's what it's Grit your buddy.
Just call him Trapper Keeper instead.
The guy that lives in, or I guess, the thing that lives in Drent
Ah. Buddy is maybe a strong word for it. But I helped him, yes.
Helped which one of them?
Well,
Grit or
both.
friend?
Which one more?
Yeah, that's true.
The one that gets to keep living a life.
It could still be.
Say it
Still
like
be either of them. That's- Okay.
How did that work? How did you just introduce them? It was, I mean, he was what? To my understanding, he was like dead. There wasn't probably some formal handshake.
Correct.
Hi, I'm Drent. You don't live in me.
There are many aspects to the interaction between the void that seems to exist in you all, in most of the races that exist on Kolharin. There's many intricacies to the way that the emptinesses work and how those might tie to the bonding with the doll. But in that case, I figured Drent would be happy to take whatever rope was given to him, and so I just stuck Grit in his chest. And I figured it would work.
Well, I've resigned myself to some realization here. There is no way that I'm going to be able to do that, so that's a cool trick you got there. You can shoot lightning sometimes.
That's more. I mean, that I think Camilla actually she probably can figure it out as well. But I can do. I will cast mirror image, not blur, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can do this now. I just made the noise, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
three of them.
So as you
Not four of
multiply in front of them, Canilla sort of. Is that?
There's more of him. Oh God.
I know it's stressful.
How are you doing this?
So I don't know if you know the World Wanderer, I believe, is the cat. I think is what he was called in the poem you gave us.
Both Cinder and Canilla sort of perk up
Oh
this.
I'm sure it's fine.
Cinder, just you met the cat.
no. Oh, I
Now all the ravings of Ohio make more sense.
Ravings.
I had decided, we're like, hey, look, there's more validation.
Yeah,
Since the cat won't talk to you, and it's not all BS. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that part. You don't like Binder. Anyway, yeah, he's around, around with. He won't talk to me anymore. I could care less, but
Well, he seems to still be getting along with you well enough, and looks at the four Jordans that she can't necessarily tell the difference between.
So you put Grit in Drent. Can you see if the cat's in him? Does it work that way? Is cat the same? Or is cat like stronger
Cat
than you
is-
guys?
Cat is an old being, even by my standards. Still a doll.
that's what I'm saying.
Still a doll.
Thought it was what?
But well,
30 seconds,
as-
thank you.
as Grit or I or Sweet might be in the age of legends in some books, Cat, the World Wanderer, was in the ages of legends in mine.
Well, yeah, he can. Yeah, he's around, unfortunately.
He wants Jordan to kill the Binder.
Correct. I told him I hope I fail, for what it's worth, and but
I feel left out of this
well,
party.
I imagine that I can only imagine that you don't have much to hope for then. Binder is he's what has kept us here.
well, that must suck, huh?
Nah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Is the World Wanderer not willing to take you back?
Seems amicable to the idea.
And yet, you're here?
Yeah, he can't right now, apparently, because of the binding that's happening. I've
Still enough to keep them in place then.
in theory, I got through though. Like I don't know. So you don't deserve this as much. You did save my friend. Yeah.
There's always a limit to how much power, to how much Drela that any of us possess. All of us will eventually run out, eventually die. Some of us like to go out in more grandeur than others. But if the cat brought you here, she looks over at Canilla. Canilla often says, that must be where that fragment came from.
Oh, it makes sense. Come on, you tell me this story, man. Keep up. Yes, I'm in with them and you don't get it. The story. It said the cat had a fragment. The cat brought you in, there's a fragment.
I am the fragment?
No, you're not the
You're the Horcrux?
No, when you got brought in, when the cat brought you
just
in,
like the
Yep.
Steve movie.
the cat brought you in, and it wants the binder dead. You probably need the completed blade to kill the binder, so the cat, who had one of the pieces,
Yep.
gave the piece.
To
That's
Cinder.
why it appeared.
Okay.
Am I doing this right? I'm good at piecing stuff together. I'm just not,
You
I need...
have the right pieces, but the wrong order.
Alright, that's fair. I'll take that as a win.
The cat had one of the pieces in much the same way that Sweet had one of the pieces of the blade.
Alright.
Hang on. No. Where? What do you mean she had a piece of the blade?
Well, you said you destroyed her with it.
That was the fragment that you gave us.
Yes. What I mean to say is that the cat, well, you see how the cat runs rampant without, when left to its own devices. The cat was contained for a long time with with the fragment that I had, and then you have.
Mm-hmm.
Cinder will chime in. The blade that I sent you was once lodged in the body of the World Wanderer to keep them more contained than they are now.
Okay. When did that get removed? How did that get removed?
When did you arrive?
I see.
I would say shortly before that. From what I can tell, your arrival would have been whoever dislodged that blade fragment would have done so to free the cat.
And that was not you, right?
That was not me. I
I
don't particularly. yeah.
Check
I
that.
also am curious about this.
You got high wisdom, right?
Me? Again.
I know.
Can I also?
I just
Yeah.
like asking.
I will burn a moxie to get advantage
Yeah.
on this.
Just
9.
angrily flex a little bit.
No, he has like a an
Big.
investigator.
I could have taken the combat oriented one. I took the very much good at figuring stuff out one, even if
The
stats-
gumshoe.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Jordan, what'd you get?
9.
9?
21. 20. Still subtracting. I'm still subtracting. I'll sleep tonight, and then I won't subtract.
It's getting pretty late. You are confident that
Sounds
she's
getting real low.
being honest. It's hard to tell because her mannerisms are so static and sort of precise, and she clearly has just a very like reserved way about her. But you're confident that she was not the one to remove the sword and loose the cat.
Cool. Okay.
Well, didn't they tell you that they needed the cat to get your wife here?
The cat told me someone did. Yeah.
Was it not the binder?
From what I can tell, well, I don't know. Camilla, do you know that sword fragment? Where did you say it came from again? It was at the southern end of Taverncoal, from what I can gather.
Much like
Jordan.
many of our adventures
Due
off
Jordan,
the map.
Due Jordan North.
Dude, Jordan.
You guys should draw your maps the correct way.
So
It says north right there. Anyway.
hence why we have North and we have Jordan North.
Right.
Because Jordan North is south.
That's what I did. It's over here. Anyway.
Now let me try and remember what I was going to say after.
It is, at this point, if you would like to, we can sort of like fast forward some of the stuff that would have happened to you, and you could make your way back out of town if you would like to join in this conversation.
I think something far more interesting than that is going to happen in town before I leave town to have this conversation.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah, that's fair.
going to Hodrick's place with Drent.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
like,
with that. I
I'd
wanted
love to be there, but
I just wanted to
I'm
like
not
sort of
done.
give you opportunity to enter scene if you would like to.
Okay. So. Alright. There's way too much information here. I'm not the guy for it. So.
I still like 4 errands I want to run,
So.
but might have time for tonight. I guess I don't know.
We'll see. Hodrick.
No, you got distracted again. No. Okay. So
Southern border.
you two have always been in cahoots. Didn't you say that she was like I'm pointing at Canella now. Didn't you say she was?
No. We never said that. We said.
I mean, you showed me the notes and you were like.
Canilla like just sort of like starts like clutching at her chair, just like clearly frustrated, and Cinder will like set a hand on her shoulder and just breathe, like we talked about.
What's the great break?
I was unaware of the issues that Canilla was having. It seems that some of the abilities that she binds with have more aggressive effects on her than with most. It may speak to how she's able to do so much with them. It may speak to really the founding of Bantour in the first place, but she is well, I've worked with her. I have a few other friends at disposal that are able to help her, and she's doing much better now.
So now she's got a friend in her, other than so you put Grit and Drent. Now there's another friend in her. What in the world do you mean by she had something to do with the founding of Bantour? She's like 12. I know she's not like 12. For the record, for the table.
Zeke's just being Zeke.
My family names, my family line is of Bantour.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's kind of a lazy switch.
Right.
It's more a request of the main family line.
Oh, branch family, rich people stuff.
Yeah.
Seems that the rich people of Correct are the poor people of Bantour.
Well, I can attest to you that I am the poorer people of Bantour. You seem much better off than I am.
We've come a long way.
But alright, that makes sense. Wow. Also nice to meet you, founding family member of the city that shits on people like me.
If it means anything to you. they shit on people like me too.
Does seem like that.
Equally.
Hey, who's to say?
Yeah, it's fair.
I wasn't there when they got kicked out. So what? There's so many questions. I'm gonna try and. You want to say something?
I have a question. I do. Do you have a question?
I was gonna streamline this, but I'll let you.
got
just...
No. You do it. Do it. Streamline it.
What do you want from us? I mean, that was. Don't get me wrong. Really sick seeing you fly out of the city. Honestly, it was kind of sketchy, but also kind of cool now that I see it was people. You came straight to us, so clearly there's something we can do for you.
We caught word that you all were out here. We waited for some time, and no one came, so I thought this seemed to be a fine way for Canilla to sneak out of the town for weeks, months, for quite some time.
You're not going back?
I'm sorry?
You said sneak out.
We snuck out of town.
And she's staying out here with us.
It's typically easier to convince them to let us back in than to let us out and raise questions.
Got it. Okay.
She's not staying out here. This is just an outing.
Just an outing.
Alright.
So back to his question though. Is there something? Do you also want the binder dead?
I wouldn't mind not having feels like breathing in smoke day by day, but I've sort of gotten used to it over the time that I've been here. Though I'm not sure what fantasy has to do with this.
A lot.
I came...
Mechanically.
I came to see what came of you all. What came of Sweet.
Well...
I'd hoped that you would be okay. I knew you were in trouble, and that's why I sent you what I did. I hoped it would help, but I also didn't want to raise alarm, but I do like my calm life here in Correct. As far as being trapped somewhere, this is about as good a life as I could hope.
Well, you did save us. It sounds like you saved Trent more than once.
Yeah.
So you're right by me. But the Sweet's still there. We'd love to destroy her completely, because she kind of sucks. Not well.
Well.
What do you mean well?
We don't
No,
we don't have to. She's contained right now. It's all good.
Takes off her glasses and just looks at you a little bit. I see.
Do I have something? I'm sorry.
What was
You're
that?
just a very handsome man.
Yeah, add some
What
more.
what was that? No, she took the glasses off when she said Jack. I know that
I don't
there's
remember
something
that.
going on.
I don't remember that happening, actually.
It's best to let it go.
This is one of those ones where you can say that. However, there's a doll that's been talking to me for the better part of a few days that I've had to listen to that also, caused my good buddy Jag here to be completely, this is actually kind of funny, but catatonic.
Jag laughs.
but
Single.
the only way I see fixing him is by totally killing off her. Or what's your deal?
That
Why are
could
you so
work.
attached to it?
I
thought
That
you
could
were.
work.
I thought your cat didn't like her.
Correct. Yeah. No, he doesn't.
So why do you have her on your back?
There's
I just want to hold it.
there's
I think I'm gonna take it from you.
more there's
I
more
don't-
room.
I don't think you should do that. Remember that one time where you were like,
Canilla just sort of sits back and
Danfortan's fence is in shambles right now.
This is okay.
I will actively try and take.
No. I will resist.
No.
I'm still 4 people.
I'm just,
Give me. I'm still 4 people.
I just say. This
How long does it last? A minute? It's been more than a
It's
minute.
like 10 minutes. Is it?
It's however long this has been. Wow, plus 1 minute.
Plus 1 minute.
I cast it again. I may be one person. Anyway.
I may be one person. You can't tell.
No. Do you remember what happened last time you touched one of these things? You went crazy.
I actively tried. To
No.
No. This is. He is being. There's sketchy.
Give me grapple checks, athletics, and either athletics or acrobatics.
It lasts a minute. I'm not
have
4
a good
people.
chance. I rolled bad. You rolled bad too.
What'd you get?
Make it 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it 2.
Well, he turned a 3 into a 2, and it's a 9.
I still lost.
That's good, buddy. Good use of your.
Oh, man.
Good use of your portion.
Look, I would prefer to have the doll.
Sometimes they're important, sometimes they're unimportant.
I hid my plus to athletics because I was like, Jordan's got to roll terrible, and then I saw he roll a 6. I was like, okay, you better have a good bonus. What is this? Your acrobatics?
God. Or athletics.
6.
Poor Jordan, all his time in Mihraen has been so much studying and so little working out.
Yeah, this is tough.
I like to believe that in real life you have slightly more than a +0 to acrobatics or athletics.
Ooh.
Well, maybe.
You ran 8 miles
Yeah.
today, sir.
Athletics. I don't know about acrobatics.
He
Yeah.
could use either.
It's not acrobatics. But it's also 0 if I use
Alright.
athletics, unfortunately.
This is happening. You could have been honest.
I
But now this is happening.
You wanted to take it. Immediately you wanted to
said-
take it as soon as you found out. That's the
You're
whole
being
point.
cagey
No
about it.
inside checks, nah.
Jordan, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Jordan? Not
For
Zeke?
some reason, Jordan didn't want to get rid of the
3.
thing that was possessing Jag.
Yeah. So you after some struggling, you are able to wrestle the doll off of Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan probably continues to come after it.
Yeah, yes, 100%. I'm getting
So-
this
So
doll.
is the way that he's acting the way that I would have started to feel when I moved the coin that I have taken out of my
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
give me the
No,
thing.
I know what's happening. I'm 100% sure what's happening.
Then you have to give it to me. This is
Absolutely
it.
not.
Absolutely.
You love this thing.
Yes. Correct. And as soon as you found out, you wanted to
Should
take it away.
I tell them or should you? Yeah, you can tell them. Where's the blade?
Well,
We sold it for die.
No. I just want to smack him. As I'm trying to hold you away, I just smack. No. Well, it used to be that Rhys was carrying the doll and with the blade, but Rhys went into the city with the blade. So it's in the city. Is there more to the blade than what you told us about?
No, but it would simplify the situation.
Yeah, that.
But we don't have to. We don't have to simplify it. It's simple right now.
The blade in general
Just kill Jordan.
will.
Okay, hang on.
Simple. We kill the
If
Batman.
if you use the blade on the doll, on Sweet's doll, then I imagine that it's simply not enough in its current state. It's been a long time, and it's been keeping the cat at bay for quite some time. So I imagine that it just isn't enough to fully crush whatever Drela's is left in the doll. I would imagine if you find the other pieces, it would work to end Sweet. But it's not likely to be quite as easy, since I haven't seen signs of either of the other two being freed.
What other two? The fragments? Are they holding other cats?
Not cats. The cat is one where if the cat is freed, it might go unnoticed. It tends to live in between spaces, be a little sneakier. You read the stories you said?
Yeah. I don't like where this is going because I happen to know the other names associated with these blades.
The others are more obvious if they had been released for months.
Well, this is a bit of a pickle because we need both those fragments. So, like, if you had to do things in an order, would you release death first, and then life to offset it?
Or life first. Feels like life first is. If I was thinking about what might happen if either of them were released, I feel like life probably first potentially.
Like I said.
Also, this conversation having a lot of stiff arming.
Yeah.
Give me the doll. Give me the doll. Not her though. The doll. The deal.
Like I said, the words have simplified as they've been translated. Releasing death doesn't kill everything. Releasing life doesn't live everything.
It's got to
That one
translate.
Release life, or none of us can die.
See, that one confused me because if we didn't release death first, then if you
Just
hear
as
life
just
first,
as
it
releasing
makes
the
sense.
World Wanderer didn't shift this world into an alternate reality. All the rules that we've always known are still as we expect them. We haven't seen physics turn upside down.
This is the royal we because as of like a few
Right.
days ago, magic. That was like what we made a joke. You see what one of my boys would do when he would pickpocket stuff. He was so good at it. It was like 1 second something was in your pocket, the next it was gone.
Like magic?
Like that was magic. So like you need to understand that you saying it at the world the way that we have always known it is very different between. Well, I guess he's always believed in magic, but he was. As far as I was
Everything makes
concerned,
way
cool.
more sense with magic here.
Well, I don't see why your world would have to be any different. You're still empty in the same way.
We're gonna come back to that again
Therapy
later.
next week.
So is this doll gonna what does it do right now? Does it still possess and control? Do you?
No,
do you
I'm
know
good
that?
now. You can have it. I can have it back.
I mean, he's clearly wants it, but
It seems like Sweet's power compared to what it once was is far diminished. That and with Jordan's partnership with the cat shouldn't be able to take over him. But the power held by a force such as Rhea, or she glances at Eurus, other abilities, is one that you might not enjoy giving up.
it's fair. Without still stifling it, I just toss the doll back at him. So he would be fumble it because he would not be ready for that turn of events. All right. I don't know what to do. So you can't fix Jag. Do you want to read these stone tablets? They were on Rhea's
I think it is Rhea's coffin.
Well, yeah. So there's
Oh,
there
yeah.
was
That's right.
Rhea's
It is
coffin.
Rhea's coffin. Yeah.
There was also a couple stone tablets from the library.
Yeah.
Which,
Yep.
we also
Which I
have.
also have. Yeah.
Yep.
Bet it says I am Rhea in that order. But anyway, that's the...
Just 3 tablets with
Yeah.
1 word each. Yeah.
Rhea.
Yeah. Canilla will. I'll take a look at those if you don't mind, Cinder. No, that's fine. Go ahead. Canilla will take one of the tablets if you offer them to her.
Yeah.
But then for the large chunks of stone,
Yeah.
you can actually set them on the back of her chair. We'll actually carry them.
Do you have anything that you want to ask?
I have
Great.
3 things I want to ask about. We can
No,
take
let's do that and then worry about her reading. Like what she reads, you can tell us after we go back to the other side, if that's cool.
Sorry, say that again.
So she's gonna read these.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that's like you want to just fire that off. I was saying we can get whatever she reads, like that interaction after we go back to the rest of the party.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
drop
yeah.
back to them.
same with these. I don't know that how much like we can do the follow up offline or whatever, or just the full answer offline. But I want to know, is Kira life, or how does she fit into this? Who is she? I'm going to describe the castle chamber thing that I saw and ask where the heck that is. And I'm also going to ask what's behind the baleen wall, since she's been here
Thank
for
you.
a million years or whatever.
I've been sitting here like, someone ask!
I had that thought before.
Those are the 3 big things, and like anything off that. And then the other one is, if we have to release these things, like she knows what they are. How do we start that? Like, if we wanted to do that, how would we even start that kind of thing?
Let's take a break because I have to.
You don't even have to. I guess you can flip it to pause.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip to the.
Even though we're recording.
Flip it to the pause.
question, the blue light goes up in the sky.
Surely people are.
Precisely.
All right.
Only 2.
So
Limited 2.
we're going to pan away from the conversation between Jordan, Zeke, between Jordan, Zeke, Canilla, Cinder, and arguably Jag.
And Rhea. Or Sweet.
Nope,
whichever
Sweet.
one it is.
No, they're ignoring
The
her.
doll.
You know,
Oh.
they interacted with Jag at one point. And we'll go over to.
When we first got there. Canella said.
Very
Were you guys planning on meeting up?
Eventually,
We probably actually would have set the rally point at Cinder's place.
we both wanted
It's
to see
probably
this
the
place.
most sensible
Yeah.
place to have done it for him.
And she's at
No,
home.
no, I
Right.
kind of love that.
Which,
you know?
which works out.
You see a shape fly
Yeah, I was
off.
just gonna get there as she's just weird.
You know, give me perception checks.
You get there. Yeah.
You can use
15.
inspiration.
I will not.
23. That's after minus
That
2.
20.
That's
So
20.
you don't really notice
Now-
anything like
now
walking
is
through
when you
town, but you see a dark figure floating overhead, and think to yourself, Jack mentioned that a while ago.
I mean, Jack mentioned that a while ago.
He didn't mention it, but
That's
he
why I
did
was like,
experience-
this is.
He did not mention it, but he did experience it.
I thought he
The
mentioned it to
Wanderer,
Jordan.
right? Presumably.
No, he specifically didn't, because then
Yes.
I was like, you were like, well, I'll tell you when you're older. Or something like that.
Nope.
No.
I just didn't mention it.
He'd
because
say-
it
he'd
was
say-
not clear what it was.
he
I
didn't
just
say
saw
a thing.
something moving.
I rolled what felt like appropriate for me to have rolled in that spell. Yeah.
You saw a Black Shadow and just, for some reason, felt a camaraderie with Jag at that moment.
Exactly. I was like, man.
I
What if Jag
no, we were having-
the same
yeah, we were-
blob in the sky?
We were sitting on the wall.
Yes!
We were sitting on the wall, and Jag was giving Jordan a pep talk because Jordan was like traumatized after we went to fight the bandits.
you know, like you do.
Yeah, it was Jordan's first time like in that kind
Trauma!
of yeah, exactly. It was like his first time in that kind of altercation. So like when I saw a black
Group series was
figure,
serious.
what
Yeah,
the-
like
what was
with
that?
another group of people,
Yeah.
rather than just like monsters or animals.
Yeah, exactly. So like it was a fairly heartfelt conversation.
Yeah. I could have sworn that was that. This might have been a different time where I'm conflating two instances. Didn't you also spot a gray blur? I always imagined
That's
you.
what it was.
I always thought you saw the World Wanderer.
That's what I thought it was, but no, it was.
That is
Canilla
what you
flying.
guys thought it was.
Okay.
It was Canilla flying.
But Jag did not see the World Wanderer, and no one else saw the figure, and so there was
that's
no
fair.
room
I
to.
just-
Yeah.
Oh, I'd probably like
Secrets
point.
Jag holds.
I'd probably put my gun in it, thinking it's like some like
This
some,
conversation
some
never
flying
happened.
creature to
He
attack the
shoots
city.
it down.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And as you do it, just
Yeah, I just like
Continue
watch
on
it
by.
and just point and then put my gun down and just like, did anyone else
and
see that?
You would even notice that like it doesn't. Very
Flap
few
wings.
flying things don't flap wings.
Yeah.
Not none, but not many don't.
Rhys shot out of cannon.
Dragon shirt on.
No wings.
And now it's like that's a problem for not right now.
So
I'm sure it's fine.
you all
They
meet
probably
up.
won't beeline for Jordan and Zeke.
Is that? You see that? There's a lore drop over there.
It's
You
too
see,
far. We can't
you
make
see
it.
a
in time.
mushroom
That is
cloud of
shrinking.
knowledge erupt from the southern side of the town.
Knowledge.
And just by radiation, you feel like you know more.
Yep.
Oh, it's in my chest? How did I come to that realization? It's crazy.
As for my only other thing before I would meet up with Cinder,
Yeah.
I'm good with abbreviating it. I would knock on Dave Fortan's front door, and
How hard would you knock?
I mean, is it like full on middle of the night at this point?
It's pretty dark. When you get there, you don't notice. When you get there, if you just walk up to the front of the house, you wouldn't notice any lights on.
just like a
Just hop over the wall.
Are you trying
Right.
to wake him up with the knock?
Dude, you could take this
Look.
fence now.
I'm pretty sure I could. That's the other thing I was doing, was just destroying it. There is no more fence around the backyard. No, just like a regular knock, not like obnoxiously
Yeah.
loud. If they're awake, they'll hear it. If not,
Does he live? Does he live alone? Oh, he's a butler or something, right?
He does not.
His butler doesn't live there though.
Yeah.
And is arrested now?
Yeah.
Even after you guys found everything you found, you still just blame it on the butler.
Sure. Let me find his name again so I can say his name and say
Sir
it was
Butler
him all along.
McGiltyson.
After you knock, you don't hear anyone come to the door.
Yeah, because what's his name? Killed.
Not when you just sort of knock regularly. It is a big house.
Yeah. I'll knock louder.
All right.
Put
So
your foot in where it works.
give a little more insistent of a knock, and wait a couple minutes, and you think you hear some footsteps inside, enough to where you waited out another couple minutes, and eventually you see a light flick on at the top, and then shortly after flick on at the bottom. And Dave Fortin opens the door. Rhys, what brings you here?
I'm very sorry to bother you at this late, but I need. I'd like to ask a favor of you.
Oh, sure, yeah. Is it just you?
Just me.
Yeah, come on in. Sorry, I was just taking my nightcap and about to head to bed. But come on in.
Just to I'll go and presumably let him
Yeah.
close the door behind us.
Yeah.
I take it you're aware of the strange happenings in town the past few days.
Yeah, I've taken some notice. I've been mostly trying to keep my nose out of it, and but business sort of demands that you be somewhat aware of these things.
Fair enough. Jag, Trent, Jordan, Miss Toscowell, and
Mrs.
Mrs. Toscowell.
He didn't want to presume.
And now another associate of Jag's, Zeke. Well, we are putting our noses in the middle of what's going on, and we think we've staved off, for the most part, the spread of the cult of the hearers as it was happening. But there's still more to do, and Corette is still not entirely safe from them. And I believe that there is information that can be gleaned from the book that I believe Jordan and Jag came here to examine days past before we left town for a while. And I don't have anything of adequate value to give you for it outside of my word, but if you would lend that book to me, I would be eternally grateful. And owe you a favor at a later date. I don't know. I'm a big dude. That's really all I have to offer.
Give me a persuasion check.
You said, yeah, you said that. Better.
Marginally better.
The inspiration die continues to.
No, it was gonna be a 3. Now it's a 9. I don't know.
Just 9.
My argument is not persuasive in that I'm not offering anything tangible in return, and I'm really just asking for a favor.
Is it just a flat 9?
Flat 9.
Okay. He nods a bit and seems to at least be taking you seriously on it. Well, from what I've seen you all do, I can tell that it seems like you have the town's best interests at heart. Seen some strange things happening with the hearers of the word over the last couple days, and seems pretty clear to me that these all happened as you were gone. And that book means a lot to me, a lot to my family. Tell you what, I think I forget. I think he was owing you. I think he had maybe given you another task. Maybe not.
He did. He was.
I think we were security on a delivery somewhere. No, that was not him.
That was Rich. Tell you what, you all still have my coin, I think. If you get that back to me, I'll let you take the book.
Stupid coin.
Complete fetch quest.
Just to be clear, nobody knows Zeke has this coin.
Oh, really?
Correct.
Arguably, Zeke doesn't know Zeke has that coin.
He doesn't. Correct. Zeke has a really cool coin.
I can just see.
Nobody knows that Zeke has this coin.
2 weeks from now, after we've left Korea, we're just like, man, yeah, we got the sweet book, but we never did find that coin. And you're like, what, this coin? And they're like, where'd you get that?
Kindest body.
Shoot a firework at him.
From the hot seat.
What?
What coin?
I wasn't
No.
asking.
Man.
You still have my coin, don't you? You said you just had to run some tests on it. I think you just took it over to Commons.
I was gonna say I don't remember exact. I'm not
So
sure
what
if it's
happened?
Kevin or Rhys.
What happened was, to fill Kevin, because you would remember this. We had the magical items, and Jag had he had 2 of them.
Yeah, he had the coin and the feather.
He had the coin and the feather, but what we know was all of our magical items got taken from us when we got
Murdered.
murdered. Yeah. So, as far as Rhys is concerned, the hearers have our magic items. Because you don't know where the feather is, you don't know where the coin is. The only thing we have is the clock face.
Which didn't get taken? I think I had that.
That's the only one that we
still have the lens.
The
The
lens, yeah.
lens, yeah.
Always got the lens.
Meanwhile, both of them are.
But you
meeting
replaced
outside
the
town.
lens.
Correct. We gave him his clock
Yeah.
back and kept the lens.
Yeah.
So as far as Rhys knows, we lost. The heroes of the word took the magical items. So that would be where like Rhys's knowledge of it is. Okay, they took the.
Because
they
did
took
you
the coin
find
from
it
Jag.
on
Kindest?
Kindest?
Yeah. The heroes took the coin from Jag.
Dead end number 2. I could kill him though.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be a dead end.
Maybe he's
but
maybe he's that's what
You're right.
Switch to we've tried politeness, now it should be extortion.
No. I'll
Tell him-
We're
I'll-
not doing
I'll-
so good, guys.
I will fess up to him when he says that and be like,
Not real life. It's fine.
It's fine.
blackmail him.
Jag had that and was killed's not quite the right word for what they do to those gray cloaked individuals.
You incurred personal injury on his property with that fence. That you can see.
I did not. You can't prove that I
Feeling
did.
litigious.
You know what? I
Stefan
haven't.
continues to try to make me come up with a way to sue people in court.
Oh, you
Do
know
it. It might or might not be
he's not gonna
started
sue.
at this point.
He's going to demand trial by combat at his house.
But if you
That's
want me
the-
to start making lawsuits in Corette, I will continue them.
But no.
Don't open that plot point if you don't want it closed.
I'm
Close
going to
case.
completely fess up to the fact that, to my knowledge, we are no longer in possession of the coin because Jag was taken and killed, not killed, and we don't have it anymore.
And the heroes took everything from him.
And I will be very disappointed when I say this because, shit, I really wanted this book.
Zeke's out here.
I feel so lucky today.
Everything I was trying to do inside is outside the wall right now.
But you have the blade.
I wanted to
But
keep
you-
the doll. I wanted to talk to Cinder and get more information. Wanted to get this book. Need the coin. All right.
I can't counter Rhys in combat. Apparently, I can just counter him in social encounters.
Outplayed.
Can't fight the people that you can't find.
Turn this into a combat zone. Take the book.
Do you? I can put him on the map if
I
you
am
want.
sure that I
Put
could
him
take
on
the
the
book. But no, if my honest plea and subsequent depressed honesty is not enough to sway this man, then I have no power here.
No, unfortunately.
Rhys the Grey. Fuck it, I'm gonna beeline to Hodrick and just kill this guy. No,
I can't lose this social
Right? Socialize this. I give up. I'll leave.
Day 4chan and then Cinder?
Yeah, that would have been the order.
He walks like Michael Cera in Arrested Development, though.
Just full on Charlie Brown mode.
Yep. Walking to Cinders. Still blade fragment, just kind of like always at the ready. Just like, so, you don't talk, do you? Give it about 10 seconds.
You don't hear anything.
Okay, and when I get no reply, I'm like, man, really striking out today. Which is now a colloquialism that I actually know.
Well done.
That was a base hit, you know?
Yep.
Maybe even a double.
Alright, you guys have now synced up and you've stopped pointing your gun at the flying Canilla bird.
You don't know me.
We have broken into his
Yeah,
house
so
before.
as you meet up at
We could do it.
at Cinder's, you don't see any lights on, but it's late.
Man, I mean,
She not here?
I was about to knock and see if she was awake.
Oh,
I don't know if she is.
I'll knock.
Surely, you're
No,
not
we're
more
down on
This,
Cinder to
surely
be here.
this cannot happen for the 4th time.
Fine, Cinder opens the door. Canonically, I don't know how it works. No one comes to the door.
Surprise.
Yep, figures. I have a bunch of Jordan shit.
Just been carrying around that guy.
There's so many notes that are just like Magic the Gathering, but with meta cards. Like,
with holograms, crazy wrist projectors.
so many.
So many proxies.
Just digging through them like this makes no sense.
Clearly he knows something about this magic stuff. There's way too many cards to think otherwise.
Needs to get a lot more though. They all say the gathering on the back. He's ready to go to Otrix. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be home.
What's this mock sapphire and why do I hate it already?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Don't mind being just emotional.
Creative Jordan stuff. All the way to Andrex. We need to talk.
Did you talk? No.
We need to talk to you about the earth and the word. It's a serious conversation.
Bing! Something big.
One of the noisemaker prototypes was
You know, we did pretty good the last time we got together.
See, now I'm just imagining that, like, as you walk, stuff keeps shifting in the box, and eventually, every step you take, you just hear whack, whack.
You can't find out where it's coming from.
No clue, but somewhere in this box, something sounds like it does.
Oh.
Oh, you carrying your stuff broke, man.
What you got?
It might have
there,
broken him
Rhys?
too.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's nothing.
It was worth the trip to Common just for this.
It's very important equipment, alright? I need all of it.
So, as you make your way to...
I'm just trying to progress storylines, not look at us.
Nope. Not allowed. As you make your way over to... from Cinders to Lucille and Hodrix, which I'm so sorry, but canonically, you start in the sort of the far northeast end of town at Day 410's. Make your way sort of southerly over slightly to the west side, kind of in the business district, over to Cinders when you realize that she's not there. And then you make your way back to the northeast side of town.
Because it's the rich people.
Not quite as far as Day 410's, but
Do you want to drop that box off at my place before we kind of just...
We're totally.
Or Tully's?
Before we what?
She's got a shed.
Before we... I mean, if we are going to talk to Hodrick tonight and things go sour, you want to be running around with a box of this shit?
Yeah, I guess not.
But for the memes, it's amazing.
Run!
Gosh.
alright. So
We'll never find us,
Are you dropping off the box?
Yeah, we'll drop it at Tully's. Why
Alright.
not? We're gonna come back for Lily at the very least anyways.
Sure.
So seems like it's best chance of not just being forgotten. You're welcome.
I'm by the pee barrel.
Back up halfway to Bantor,
Are-
like, oh,
Are the moms still with me, or
Well,
At this point, probably
Probably
not,
not.
unless you're like keeping them through like a pretty it's starting to get late enough that
I don't
people
think
are,
I think I was going for a spread the word. We gotta do something.
but not
Let's
like an
let's wait and see.
all night tactics session.
Yeah, no, it was a let's wait and see. Let's see who straggles in from the camp in the morning.
Sure.
So
so
Yeah.
we put the box down next to the pee barrel, next to Tully's body.
So you leave the box there and make your way back over to the Fennec household. When you get there,
Unbeknownst to me, I walked down a lane of road,
Yeah.
and Fennec was just walking the other way to
Yeah.
Tully's while we're heading to his house.
I
That's
heard
the
there was
craziest
something
thing.
going on there.
I guess if there's no moms, tell well,
Yes.
Papa just like, do you need me? Do you need? What do you? Is this like a storm in the castle type of thing?
I don't have a plan right now. I was hoping to catch Lucille by herself, but it's late enough now. They're probably both home, and I don't know how to try and get one and talk to one without the other. So I don't even know what I'm.
I honestly suspect that you sitting this one out is probably for the best.
I was gonna say that too, but I just wanted to offer my services if you wanted it. Okay. Good luck, boys.
Thanks, Tully.
Thanks, yeah.
Gonna plead ignorance over here.
She says as the daughter of the...
Of the riot.
No one knows. No one knows this. It's fine.
I don't even know this. What am I saying? I'm outside of the town. I don't know that she's asleep in there.
So, so Tully, you're staying there. As you two make your way over to the Fennec household, you get there and go ahead and give me perception checks.
See, now that 20 would nice.
15.
15.
9.
You don't notice. You don't see any lights on or really any signs of movement in the house.
Everybody in this town goes to bed really early. Kick down the front door.
Yeah, it's not we have like electric lights or anything to keep us. Yeah. Well, fuck, I don't know what to do now. If we wake him up, it'd just probably be more irritable than if we hadn't. I kind of wanted to. That's why I got my armor. By the way, did you notice?
Yeah, snazzy duds.
I figured if things go badly, that might not be get a chance to come back and get my armor, so I got that first.
How do you want to play it?
I don't know. It depends who answers the door.
You hear footsteps approaching from down the street.
I maybe should have been whispering. Oh, from down the street. Never mind.
And as you look over, you see the face of Hodrick and Lily. Sorry.
Tully is dead.
You start to notice her words did not
And
match her mouth.
you see a weird red soaked bag in Hodrick's
Oh, Jesus.
tosses it to you.
Strawberry harvest is in.
Toss in the toss cobble.
Tully's fine.
It's fine.
Nice.
Hodrick and Lucille, not covered in blood or holding any blood-soaked bags, coming down the road.
Let's go shit.
As they approach, Lucille just sort of has her eyes down, looks, doesn't really make any eye contact with either of you. Hodrick steps. As he walks up, she says, "Drent, Rhys, what bring the two of you to my home at this hour?"
Drent just panics. Just like,
in enough pause that Rhys is like, we were hoping to, or I was hoping to speak with you.
Many people hope to
Incrasol?
speak with
What's the title?
Inercasol.
Yeah, Inercasol. I would title drop to just
Erica's soul? What?
Inercasol.
Inercasol.
Lot of
Yeah, sorry, no, it's all. No, it's with you, Inercasol.
Separate the words.
Many people would like to speak with me.
Does he look at you? Is he staring at me? What's that? He's the one talking, you look at me.
I love the intensity of we're gonna go talk to Lucille and just tripping over himself at this point. I love it. It feels very authentic.
The
And I
Drent
love it.
no charisma moment.
It's giving.
Yeah,
it's
negative
giving-
one.
It's giving. Do you make pizza there? That's. That's all. I love it.
Been out of town a few days. Here, there's a lot going on around here.
We were hoping to catch up on some current events.
Things have been happening. We haven't heard from Kindness Halseth for quite some time. Things are very upset within the hearers of the word. I have been attempting to soothe them.
What's with the? I mean, I still don't really even understand the whole thing. What's with the alliance there? What's with the partnership between half the town and the hearers.
The town would like the town. Sorry, the town enjoys being in the hearers. They want to be in the hearers. Who are we to say that they can't be? And Firthane loves its people, so they will work with the large groups of the hearers if that is what the people want. This is wisdom on part of the Searching Art.
I mean, I've been talking to a few people who didn't want to be part of it, and they felt forced into it. So I'm a little hesitant on that front.
I've heard of these reports. I've found nothing that seems to have any evidence or proof. What people choose one day and regret the next is their own folly. It is their lack of wisdom that brings them to these mistakes. But plenty of the hearers seem to enjoy their time.
Lack of wisdom is an issue.
While this conversation is going on, what is Lucille looking like? Is she still looking down?
She is a solid, step behind and to the side of Hodrick, just, face down, just, not giving you any sort of notice. You can give me an insight check.
Oh, I'm so good at... Actually, I'm not that bad at these.
Gut shot. Oh,
Gut shot?
gut shot. Bang.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
I think it's going to cancel out my bonus. Yeah, 8 total.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't read much more into it other than she clearly is not... She's not trying to give you any kind of recognition, and she's not thrilled with any of this.
Okay.
Are you actually a member of the hearers, or are you just helping them pick up the pieces?
I've been in the hearers of the word for maybe a week or so.
Interesting.
Not long, but for a bit. As you're talking to him, it kind of hits you that his robes, where so many of them are like bright pink and yellow tie-dye fashion, his are the same colors, but it hits you that his, instead of the tie-dye, have sort of bold stripes where it's sort of pink around the sides and a bold stripe of yellow through the center and a stripe of yellow down each arm. Not tie-dyed, but just sort of the same colors, but in a much more
Organized.
Formal fashion.
Business tie-dye.
Business time.
Business time.
please business cultist.
Smart cat.
Business cultist.
It's Mr. Business Cultist, too.
Smart.
Mr. Business cultist was my father's. And how was it that you, yes, heard the word, as it were?
Long conversations
What
with
do you-
kindest.
How did I come to be a member of the hearers?
Mm-hmm.
They seemed to be enjoying themselves, and it seemed like there was clearly a large portion of Firthane was dedicated to their cause. I thought it only prudent that members of the Searchayard would take part with them. Especially after Searchayard Gonsbeck gave his blessing to them.
Ask a clarifying question. When did they get that letter?
When?
Forever ago.
Forever. Yeah.
He stole that from...
Longer than a week ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so that letter, it talks about the years, but is also just like the, hey, you've been promoted
Yeah.
yeah.
thing.
Sorry, he would have. Sorry, Dalen was would say that he's a member, like he's been a member longer than you've had that letter.
Here's the word.
Hodrick's been a member longer.
Hodrick,
than
yeah, sorry.
Hodrick's been a member of the Heroes of the Word longer than I've had this letter.
Yes.
So they never. Oh, so you never felt any undue pressure outside of just loyalty to your constituents?
No. I make my own choices. I stick to them.
I would all like to think that.
Maybe if some of us would make the right choices.
I've made plenty of choices, none of them wrong. Many of them hard, but none of them wrong. I don't really understand what's going on between you and Dalen either. It seems like he wants the Heroes of the Word around. You want the Heroes of the Round. Now you get a promotion. It seems it's like you're just, riding his coattails. But
If I do my job well, of course I get promoted.
making everyone play hopscotch and hide and seek's doing your job well. Okay.
People are enjoying themselves and still helping the society, still helping the culture. You can see them helping around town. Things are still happening. Work is still getting done.
I've also seen people missing ears.
Whatever the people would like to do, they may. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think it's barbaric. I think it rings too much of the outer tribes, of the nonsensical traditions people hold to, but they choose to. That's on them. It's their own behavior. I'm trying to stamp such things out. You'll be happy to know that since I've been calming people, no such things have occurred.
So people are getting their ears back. No? Yeah. I didn't think so.
Sorry, do you know how to regrow ears then?
No, but I wouldn't have let them come off in the first place. These people come into town, let people take people's ears off.
What have you done to stop them?
Well,
I've been leading these people, keeping them from doing this.
I've been defending myself. You saw what happened outside the gate. Well, you didn't see it, but you probably heard about what happened outside the gate.
I heard.
Yeah.
I read about it.
You read about it.
In a book.
It's in a book.
Read many things.
Right. Get back to town. Just wanted to
Letters come
say our
in.
piece and letters.
Find their way into my house.
Or out of your house. Hey, I see your house is dark. Where's Lily?
She went off with kindness. Hence my concern for where he is.
Well, why'd you let Kindness take her?
Kindness is a friend.
And I don't just let people take people I care. Kindness is my friend. I wouldn't trust her with my mother.
What I do, who I let watch my child, it's my decision.
And not Lucille's. Did she have anything to say about that?
She was fine with it.
That's not the way I just look at it. Doesn't look like she was fine with it.
She's tired. It's time for us to go to bed. But we seem to be held up.
I'm not standing in your way.
I am.
Yep. It's me.
Do you actually say that?
Do it.
That's a
Do
Rhys
Do
would
it.
100% do it.
Do
Yep.
it.
Say yep.
Come on, you
Make the
No,
decision.
yep.
Make the
I am.
decision.
recognize this? Hold up the blade fragment.
Sorry, this is Caleb thinking.
Please hold. Skill of thinking.
No, I don't think so. This interesting trinket you have, as he sees this sort of like, the blade fragment like fashioned to a makeshift hilt, like clearly like just strung together. I don't.
Well,
Is this some kind of threat? Are we being mugged here on our streets outside our home?
If we, you think if we wanted to hurt you, this is how we do it?
I try not to get in the heads of you all that often.
I mean, your head's a scary place. I don't doubt that.
well, so this blade fragment here is what can be used to.
Maybe he should just hold it and see what happens.
It's what can be used to break the hold of the hearers from unwilling participants.
Are you saying you attack people?
No.
Is that when they tell you that they didn't want to be in the hearers of the word in the first place?
No.
After you assault them with the blade?
No.
Not
In my
sure.
brain, I'm like, mostly. Mostly.
I'm saying no in my head, like, I'm pretty sure you've never done that, so yeah.
Look,
You've never been like, ha, you're dead now. Did you want to be in the hearers? No? Okay.
it is simply a blade fragment. There's
I can see why you found people who have claimed no interest in the group after you've gotten a hold of them. Sort of looks up, like both of you standing quite a bit taller than he does. He's not a dwarf or anything, but like he's just not super tall.
I mean, I had them have some influence over me, and a friend poked me with that little sword piece there, and I felt a lot better afterwards.
Shocking that you would change your mind about things so quickly.
I actually don't know what that means. Stefan doesn't know what that means.
Well, as one of your constituents myself, I would just feel a great deal better if I could believe that your membership in the Hearers was entirely voluntary.
Well, let me tell you that it is.
That is not proof.
It's not proof from my own mouth. How do I know that you're not members of the Hearers of the Word?
You don't keep like a membership list or something?
Say, you remember.
Kindness did attempt to persuade us to join at one point.
Okay. And what did you say?
I believe we said no, give us our friend back.
Yes, we asked for the return of a young girl who had gone missing that morning, and he declined to produce her to us.
So he invited you to the group and you said no?
Yeah, that's
No.
about it.
And so what is your concern with people being forced into it then?
Because they were forced into it.
But you said no.
Yeah, he tried to force us in, and we had to have someone poke us with that little dagger there to get us out.
Ah, yes, the poking with the dagger, and suddenly we don't want to be a part of this group anymore. Anyway, gentlemen, if you don't mind, I think I've had enough for tonight. It's been a long day running a town while you're running around.
Is there anybody else around?
Give me a perception check.
So death in the alley.
If I see him looking around, I think I know what he's thinking. Can I also look around?
Yeah.
I don't really know that the presence of people was really going to stop me, but
10,
I was just
10
checking.
total. Oh, wait, no, 11 total.
5 total.
Yeah.
You don't see anyone.
All right, great.
Not even Lucille.
We're stuck outside the city.
Oh man. Preemptively fires a red firework and then cuts this guy.
That'd be funny.
Or I guess blue.
Blue.
No,
What color
Blue
again?
makes it come in.
Let me check this handy cheat sheet.
Yeah.
In Erkasol, a single drop of blood would entirely assuage my fears or confirm them.
So this is a threat. And with that, he takes a step back and puts an arm
I was hoping that we could do this amicably and that there would be no.
I mean,
It doesn't need to a superficial wound is all.
He just
It
leans
takes-
back and whispers something to Lucille. And she turns and books it
towards the house.
away.
I'm just after her. I hope you can handle this guy.
As you move to chase after her, he will try and tackle you.
Okay.
Bro, gun. Use gun.
He's got there's
I guess not.
slightly-
He's not going to try to tackle you to the ground, but he's going to try to just stop you and bar your way from going after his wife.
A grapple.
I would like to stop him stopping him.
It would
Counter
just,
tackle.
it would just be a grapple.
Well, so because this is him running forward and him
Stack.
stopping, so yeah, we're gonna do a
Grapple goes to stack. I
Is
respond.
it an athletics check, against athletics versus
It's
athletics?
his athletics versus your athletics or acrobatics.
No, I can't wait for Rhys and Trent to not be in jail when we get back.
11.
You're able to avoid his grapple.
Okay. Well,
I mean, he was described as quite a bit smaller than both of you.
He is a noodly politician.
can I just
Over under my ability to literally pick this man up.
Can I just
More
Under.
or less.
Under.
Okay.
To I'd give you that with maybe a halfling or something, but
Okay.
he's about 5'6".
Okay.
He's not a little dude, but I mean you're
You're,
huge.
7
You're
feet,
tall.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Actually, I'm 5.
Oh,
I'm 5'11".
Oh, I
Alright,
thought you were
so
over
you
6
got
foot.
a
I
few
thought you
inches
were
on him,
tall, but just sort of slouching and
No, he's a
bluntly.
couple inches
5'11".
shorter than Zeno.
That's a lot.
I mean, if we're, I feel like this is fairly accurate representation here,
Okay.
but
Yeah, and then
How
hit
tall
just
is
right there.
How tall is Rhys?
Yeah.
So
7'5".
he's
Okay, then that might be it.
he's still a few inches shorter than you, but he's not a big guy.
I'm just gonna, I just want to swat his arm away, keeping it away from really making a lot of contact with me, and just be like, look, I don't want to hurt anyone, all right? And then I'm gonna keep
Stay away from my wife.
no, and then I keep going.
So as you do, he will pull out a whistle,
Oh Jesus!
and he's gonna, and it rings a loud whistling through the town.
Can
Oh my god.
where is it?
Go get Jordan's box.
Get the box. I'm not doing it. I'm just here to get this box.
It's complicated. It's complicated leaving Jack with
Okay.
Blizzard.
So, do I have an opportunity to grab it before he gets a chance to blow it?
Not if you started running, which is when he would blow it. You turn, you run. He says, "Don't go after my wife." You say,
I would like to
"No,"
try
and then you
prevent
turn
the
and run,
whistle
and so
if
he,
that is possible.
you're too far away.
Wait, what? Am I not just? Are we not just right there? I thought
He said he started running.
Oh.
So I imagine there being just enough distance between you two, right? You pull out the sword. He takes a step back, whispers to his wife. So he's put a little bit of distance between. He's not within an arm's reach of you. like.
Are you sure I have really long arms?
Send.
Well, then it happens. I could try and I was gonna try and disarm him.
I'll give you.
But
So he wouldn't blow it until you've turned it gone.
sure.
Or like turned in and started leaving. I'll give you a dex. Let's say acrobatics to try to stop him with a pretty high DC because he's just Kevin.
Okay.
Incoming.
Oh no.
Nope.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because I was gonna say at least
I now have advantage on whatever I try to do next. 3.
Bro, take it.
Blow the whistle.
So
just cut it. There's nothing to lose now.
so he blows the whistle and takes off after Drent.
Oh, okay. Well, after I miss that, can I trip him?
You can then you would have to try to like I mean you would probably be able to get around him, especially on the like technically you probably would have the same number of feet per round per move, but like you're fast enough that you could get in front of him and make a trip.
I would action surge for extra movement if I had to.
No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good.
I have
Go
long
ahead.
strides.
Yeah.
I've built in long strides.
Yeah. Go ahead and I forget how trip works.
Me too.
Go. I'm not too worried about it here. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
19.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're able to get in front of him and trip him. And as he falls, he just sort of like curls up and blows the whistle again. And you begin to see lights coming from either end of the street, and you hear a number of voices approaching. And
Well, this is the part where I deeply hope this works and you're not just a huge asshole. And I'm going to try and get him with the blade fragment.
sure, yeah, give me attack at advantage because he's prone.
Don't even need it.
I mean,
Do
roll
it
a
crit him.
I will.
Well, I mean, if you get natural 20, you can always just like same thing.
A pair of 17s.
Like, where do you try and cut him? I'm curious.
So like I'll trip him and yeah, so like get in front, trip him, he like falls in front of me, and just like catch his arm when he's going down and just like a quick on the back of the arm.
Give me a
with
medicine
the
check.
Dispel thing.
What?
With the dispel ability.
Yeah, when it connects, I will do the max level dispel ability that I am able to.
Yeah, give me a medicine check to sort of like represent your trying to not seriously injure this guy.
Okay. I'm gonna use my advantage also because I would like to not get, totally put in jail for the rest of my life from this guy.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Right.
So yeah, you
It's the most superficial.
right.
Just
So
the
you
little
grab
bits.
him,
You don't
and
even see it
as you
by the time
pull him,
catch it.
his arm is like this side up, and you stop yourself and just turn over and just like lightly
Paper
graze,
cut, right? Like a
graze-
really
yeah,
good
just
paper
enough
cut.
that like a couple drops of blood come out, and he freaks out. He pulls his arm away and screams and goes, "What are you doing? You dare attack me!" And
Even with the charges. Well, I mean, you probably react like that no matter what.
No, that's not good.
All
and
right.
people start the town guard start
See ya.
coming in. And we will pick up there next week.
Hey!
That's not how I want that to go.
And they're gonna be super excited.
Encountering both of them at the same time outside was not what I expected.
Same. Not what I wanted to happen.
It's okay. Me, you, and the Almirage, we got this.
So fucking arrogant. I hate him.
Boy, nah.
Thank you.
Maybe it's the moms answering the call though, and they'll be like, "But we know," and they'll know the daughter.
No.
You probably answer the call, but you're like, "Hey, don't."
Man.
What
This
call?
doesn't put-
The
This
whistle
is
calls?
the this is the
They're
They're
worst
on the
news
opposite
though.
side of town.
Is
Oh,
that he's
yeah.
just an
They're in
asshole
the
and
rich
is not
side.
possessed, which is what I thought was gonna happen from the get go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a 75% chance he was just an asshole.
I felt pretty strongly that was gonna be the
The
case.
same.
But at the same time,
I see.
given how
Okay.
everything else went, it didn't make sense for Rhys to be the same kind of suspicious. Or
So is that 5 strikes in the same night? Or is that 4? What are we at?
hey, I mean,
Hey, you
I
got
tried
no
the blade on
important
him.
information.
Hey,
we
it's
did.
all right.
Let's go.
This is the only way
He did
to
not
see
disarm
for sure.
this guy.
It's true.
Chill
Disarm in the
there.
bad way, not in the good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
You should have though.
Yeah. Cut
So,
his
like-
arm off just real quick.
Like if we don't stab him, then we don't know for sure.
Right.
Now we know for sure.
Yep.
We do know.
And now Dolia's the daughter of the man that reached in her
fine.
I
house.
know something
fine.
you don't know.
Fine.
It's like you use that as leverage.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see each other. See everyone.
I'm really glad I didn't
Hey,
carry
watch
Jordan's stuff
this.
for that.
Huh?
Glad I
Dude, it
didn't.
would have been so